Good morning. You might hear Gimli freaking out in the background. It's totally fine. Promise. How's it going? Hi, guys. Good morning. After evening. Good evening. How loud is he? Can you guys hear him hardcore back there? As he stops barking. Happy Friday. You hear him. Okay. Well, that's a thing. He's in the kitchen. He's no longer here. He's in the kitchen now because it's too much stress for me when I am working. But what's up? How's it going? How's your Friday been? How is everyone doing? If you don't know how to read, we're gonna have a problem with you being a mod. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding because I know you know how to read. Dudes. I'll probably just mute myself quite a bit. Anyway, how's it going? Hi, guys. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? Dr. Overdose, Husher Form, Rin, JJ, Bio. Who do you want to hear recap? Vote, people. Joe and Tay, Blind. How's it going? Who do you want to hear recap? I don't think I thought Dr. Overdose wasn't... Because he wasn't here last week. I don't know how it works. Hi, Em! Thank you for the rose. How are you? Puppy wants attention. He just got a walk / carry because he doesn't know how to walk, apparently. I don't get it. That's how it is. Anyway, who do you want to do the recap? Figure it out. Vote in the poll. Everything is anonymous, so I want to know how you guys come to the conclusion of who you want to do the recap. I love it. I love it. Pretty alright. I'm doing okay. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm good. Okay. Did you guys figure out what you needed to figure out? If you need more time, I can do my thing. I can act in delay. I'm not doing the recap. That's not how we're voting, okay? I just need to know if you need more time or not. All right, well, you're unmuted now. And we can see your beautiful faces. The lovely faces of all of you on this wonderful evening.
I just want to say the camera adds 10 years. I'm just saying I'm actually only 34.
Does that mean the camera adds 10 years to everyone?
Because I always get
I'm actually a year younger than I look.
10 years younger if I actually shave.
By that, I mean a day.
Apparently, I look way younger than I am. Even the person that, like, fucked up my internet, they were like, I was told I'd be talking to a 20-year-old. I'm like, nope, I'm 30. Like, good luck trying to swindle me, because that's not going to work. Nice to see a full party again. Yes, it is nice. Except I have my own wings today, and I will be strong in my decisions and confident. Sounds good, Ari. I hope you have fun. So, do we want to do a hi and a hello, or do we want to do rollies, or do we want to do... How do we want to do this?
Whatever you want. We can say hello, though. I like to say hello.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
I'm
Hello.
Potaytosaurus.
Hi.
This is my channel, and I am playing Kraus, the Wood Elf Ranger.
Beastmaster Ranger, thank you.
Ooh. What? Wait.
Who's next?
I am Sad Silent _ I'm playing Yuki Sato, the human rogue.
Husher.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yes.
I am Husher, the game master. And I would say something witty, but it all just went away as I was thinking about it. So anyways, hello.
Do you want me to put Chief Goblin Lord underneath you next to Game Master?
Sure, why not? You could just like little tiny font.
No, it's not going to be little tiny font. I'll figure it out.
I'm Mother Trucker. I'm Brea, the half-elf barbarian.
I'm Garmy. the Forest Gnome Wizard, and I'm very happy to be back.
And another year older.
And another year older.
Happy birthday, Dr. Overdose.
Thank you, guys.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
It's been a really special birthday.
Oop, that's too small. That's too.
I'm a Tarascan waiting.
Why do you say things like that? It scares me.
Tarasks are just cool. That's all. They're just cool.
No Trask tonight. Maybe
Forever.
a 5-headed dragon. That would be kind of cool.
It's 5. Yeah, dude. That'd be awesome. Are we doing? Was that everybody? Did we miss anybody?
I
Did I
think we got them
spell
all.
chief right? It's
We,
CHIEF,
we
right?
forgot Steven.
Steven is
And
not a thing!
We did forget to introduce Juliana as well. To be quite fair.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't see you, Liana.
Did I spell chief right? It's CHIEF?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Just making sure.
No chiefs here. Chiefs.
Yep.
Chief.
Shice.
So who's doing the recap? Who won?
Starting with the rollies first.
Looks like Sad Silent.
Unfortunately, why do I do these polls? They just always bite me.
The artist formerly known as Underscore.
I got 2 votes and I wasn't even here last week.
No pressure, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to? Can you clear the dice thing?
Oh, we're doing we'll clear the dice tray. Absolutely.
I have to log back in real quick. Sorry about that. Am I going right now? Recap?
Whenever you're ready, no pressure though.
Okay.
Oh,
Day
I thought we
11
were doing
recap.
rolling. Nope.
Oh,
Yep.
are
You're
we
good.
doing rollies
You're,
first?
you're good.
Everybody
The
wants.
session
Everybody's like,
started off
hold on.
as they were getting ready to head off to find Yuria's brother, Fimmel. But they suddenly realized Garmy had vanished. They looked around on the ground and saw where his footprints in the mud suddenly just stopped with no sign of what happened. After looking around for a bit, Yuki decides that looking for Fimmel is more important at the moment and that Garmy will be fine. Before leaving Yuria's house, Yuki purchased a hand crossbow from her. I actually forgot I had that day, so I'm glad I read this. Yuri and Kane gave them a potion of cure wounds and started to head out of the town following the footprints and light trail of blood. The tracks quickly start to fade as the sun sets and the falling snow gets heavier. Around midnight, the snow had turned into a blizzard, and they could no longer see where they were going. After some discussion about whether to keep going or try to head back to town, it was decided to attempt to find some sort of shelter for the night. But before they could find anything, they heard a rumble that quickly got louder and louder, and they found themselves facing an avalanche. After getting free from the snow caused by the avalanche, they're all slightly injured and know they need to rest, but unfortunately, they can't see anything that they can use for shelter. Yuki saved the day by brilliantly using her shape water to form the snow into a small igloo-like structure where they can take a long rest and recover while waiting for morning and daylight. Yuki didn't rest, however, and stays awake all night recasting the spell to keep the shelter intact. The next morning, they headed off and noticed where someone had passed through the forest, seeing branches on trees and bushes had been broken, bent back, and grabbed bits of fun and cloth from whoever it had been. Okay. Eventually, they came to a small hut with smoke coming out of the chimney. Being very cautious, we took like an hour to knock on the door. They were they get to the hut and go to knock on the door when an old man opens the door saying, "I was wondering how long it would take you. Come on in." He introduced himself as Argentum and explained that some raiders had come through a couple of days earlier and robbed his home, stealing some small items. Most importantly was a letter from his sister that was very special to him. He asked him to please find where they had gone and retrieve the letter for him. He mentions they may want to check that cave to the north. He explained to them that he hasn't had contact with his sister for a long time, but she was very important. But for some reason, he wasn't very clear about who she was or, why she was super important. So before leaving, they borrowed a pair of snowshoes from him. They got to the cave and Yuki approached it first, ahead of Karast and Berea, to check the entrance for traps, but didn't find any. She also used the monocle that she got from Mila. Is it Mila or Mila?
Mila? Hmm?
Mila, to try to look into the dark cave ahead, but again, didn't see anything special. The cave walls and floor were chiseled and smoothed out by someone in the distant past. Coming to the first room, they saw a pile of supplies in the center and a large pit about 20 feet deep, and a path heading towards the north and another towards the south. In the tunnel, Berea found a decayed body that was pushed up against the wall. On the body, they found a pair of boots of striding and springing. I forgot what those do. They took the tunnel heading to the south and came to what looks like old ruins in the caves. The path split off in 2 directions, and they could hear voices coming from down the path to the right. Also, there were faint sounds of someone crying and sobbing. Following the tunnel to the right, they came to a locked door, which after a few attempts, Yuki managed to pick the lock on it. Inside the room were 5 people dressed in that same white fur armor and someone tied up sitting on the ground in the far corner. After killing off the 5 men, they discovered that the person tied up was Fimmel. Somehow, he has the small leather pouch that contained the letter they needed to find for Argentum. And that was the end of day 11's session. We have to
Go on,
figure out why
recap.
he has that letter.
The only thing I want to add is that those boots we found those for Garmy, and now he can walk like super fast or something.
You
I think
can
that's
keep
what
up.
those boots. Yeah.
No,
That's what
more
those
like
boots
I
do.
can keep up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those boots will allow Garmy to move up to 30 feet because, you know, he got little stumpy little loamy legs. So he'll be able to walk up to 30 feet instead of 25, so he gets 5 more feet per movement, right? But also, if he's encumbered or wearing heavy armor, speed isn't reduced, right? And he can jump
isn't?
3 times the normal distance.
If he's wearing heavy armor, it is reduced or isn't?
It is not
Isn't
if he's
reduced,
encumbered
but
or wearing heavy
As
armor.
a wizard, I don't think I can wear heavy armor. I know I can't wear heavy armor.
No, you can't. But yeah, so those are a pretty cool thing. And before we get into it, I want to post this clip for posterity from last week that I want everybody to enjoy. They have a moment. It's a little bit of sass, but you know, it's for posterity.
Uh-oh.
Have that saved as a favorite now in my
Did
browser, so I
you see
can.
where Garmy went? Is he still at the
Is it-
house?
Is it suddenly less annoying to you?
Garmy! There you go. There it is.
All right, do we want to do rollies?
Of course we want to do rollies. I mean, I like rollies.
All right, let's do some rolling. All right, we did a little bit different last week because we had a weird number, so we did some fake fucking brackets. I don't know. Who hasn't rolled against each other lately? All right, I'm gonna pick somebody. Garmy,
Yeah.
choose your
Okay.
opponent.
I can choose my opponent.
Who do you think's gonna roll like shit? Silent. Excuse me.
Always.
Ooh.
Get him out of the way early.
Ooh, that's. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna roll. I think I want the go against the person who I think is gonna do the best today. Actually, get the challenging person, beat them first. So me versus Potatosaurus. I think she's gonna roll the best today.
Coming out of the gate. All right, Potato
Is that
Source, you
because
get
I
to roll
rolled like
first.
garbage last Friday?
I'm calling it. It's the way I feel.
Who goes first?
You go first. He chose his opponent.
He chose his
Fucking
opponent
come-
correctly, but for the wrong reasons.
Coming out of the gate adequately with a 6.
In the
I mean,
six.
you're starting it slow.
A 27? I'm sorry,
Oh my
what?
God.
I did too. I did it wrong. I
What?
did 2 dice. Try that again.
Let's go ahead and do that one again. Okay. Like, try to cheat, trying to get the bad rolls out by fake rolling. All right, one for Garmy.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right, 17's good.
All right.
Oh,
One.
1 to
Tied.
1.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Wait, why do you want to lose, though? Why, if you think that I was going to do really well, why would you go against
Well,
me?
I want to get you out of the way and see if if I'm not going to beat you, then there's no point.
2 to 1.
I've only ever won this once. I might win this time, though.
Damn. All right, good roll. So, all right, Potatosaurus, winner of round 1.
I knew it.
All right, Mother Trucker, you know who your opponent is. The artist formerly known as Underscore. Mr. Sad Silent, can
Underscore,
you go
let's
first?
go.
Underscore. Silent,
Okay,
are
who's
you okay
first?
with us calling you that? I don't want to like bully you.
What, the
Or make fun
underscore
of your
thing?
name. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
It
I
doesn't
just
bother me
wanted
at
to
all.
make sure. Because anytime
Uh,
people call Gimli Garmy, I get like kind of annoyed. I wanted to make sure we don't do that to you.
Am I first?
Yeah, you were first.
Okay.
Yuki goes with a 13. All right.
And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because I called Gimli Garmy, I think yesterday. It's like starting to sink into my brain.
All right. I'm liking my odds here.
2-0. Things are
You're
going. What
God,
the
dude.
fuck? Like,
Oh my god,
Why-
silent!
Why is this my fate? Just like
oh my
all
god,
the time.
it's a 3 strikes and you're out situation. Mother Trucker wins. Wow. Okay. All right. Pick a number between 1 and 10. I was kidding. We already know who's going. Potatosaurus, you go ahead and go first.
Oh.
You versus Karaus versus Brea. What will happen? What will happen?
Ooh.
That's my second favorite number, by the way.
These dice are rigged. I need to change this. All right. Brea in the first round. All right. Brea 2-0.
Okay, all right, I'm feeling it.
3 in a row, baby.
Eh.
Let's do this.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
shit. Rolls a 20. Okay.
Nope.
So 2-1. All right.
2-1.
This. Got
You are
this.
not coming back right now.
No,
Nope.
I'm not!
Oh,
Like, wait. All right,
Oh,
so
no.
so Brea wins. All right, let's see. All right. Her dice are on fire tonight.
Oh, she can
Hope
take
it
the front line
sticks.
where she
Ladies
belongs.
first.
Oh, come on.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
it's still one.
This ain't fucking right. This ain't right at all. Ooh, I won
There we
one.
go.
2-1. Wonderful. Come on, baby.
Yep.
Come up. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I lost.
So is
I
that
lost to the
Brea
loser.
winning, or is that 2 to...
Brea wins.
Brea
Wow.
wins. Where's Brea? Brea just slapped me down like it was her job. Like she got paid for that shit.
It
She
would
was
be
like, I'm
so-
motivated.
It'd be so cool if our little, like, bubbles of who did what were the color of us. You know what I mean?
Oh, your
Like,
chat
who-
bubbles? Like your chat bubbles?
Like,
You
whoever
changed
rolled
that.
what is...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Instead
no,
of their name or whatever.
I don't see... Oh, does it say... It does say a name. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it says the name at the top. I'll see if there's a way I can recolor that, make it more
If you have
specific. to whoever
custom
we're using.
colors per person, that would be slick. Yes.
There's there's a couple of add-ons for Foundry that I can add that mess with that. Maybe I can make that work. All right. So what do you win today? All right. So I'm going to give you a specific magical thing today.
Ooh.
That was a single use only. I created just for rollies. This, let me go find where I stored it.
Is it like a single
All right.
use or only used today? Single use.
Only for use today. Maybe it'll come back in the future. We never know. I think it's really cool. It's really fun. The bag of popcorn. It's a wondrous item. When you speak whatever you choose the command word to be for this bag of popcorn, it will fill a 15 by 15 foot cube of freshly popped popcorn.
Okay.
It doesn't produce any type of, it's of no nutritional value whatsoever. However, I will say that it will cause that 15 foot cube that originates from you. As in, you're not the center, you're the edge. All right, you can be the edge.
Okay.
It makes it difficult terrain for anything within that 15 by 15 foot cube.
Us included.
Yes, you included.
What does it mean if it's difficult terrain if it's right next to you? Does
Well,
that matter?
it will
Does
slow
that-
something
Traveling-
down trying to approach.
What if it's
right.
right next to you?
Traveling
If it's
through
like,
it doubles your movement.
If it's standing, if it's standing right next to you, and you're like, okay, popcorn. Does that mean they have disadvantage, or if they're not moving and they're just standing next to you? How does that work?
No.
Or it's just, so that'd be waste. Okay. Can
It-
you
it's
eat
really-
your way
or
through
you
it?
You could use it, like I'll allow you to use it like if it's in a hallway and you want to block the hallway with popcorn, it'll
oh,
it'll
interesting.
go 15 feet long and up to 15 feet high. The rest of it just disappears.
But we can't eat it.
I mean, you can eat it, but it doesn't have any nutritional value. Does not
Okay.
How
does
long
not
is
give
it
you
there
back
for? Forever?
1 hour. Sure, let's I don't think I wrote that down.
Huh.
Yes,
Surely
1 hour.
24.
Flavor is it? Is it extra butter?
No, white cheddar. Come on, it's got to be white cheddar.
It is whatever you dream it to be. It is whatever you dream it to be.
Ooh.
I
It
just
could
want
taste
fresh
like that.
cracked black pepper on the top, and I'm good with anything.
I mean,
No
I kind of like
Tabasco
caramel
sauce?
corn.
I mean,
There's
I guess
those
you
little
can
dividers, and there's all the different types. You just take
It's a
five of
variety
it.
pack.
choose whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on that. I want to make sure.
Ooh, Rice
Yeah.
Krispie treats. It's not really
Can you
popcorn.
imagine?
It's kind
I
of,
would eat-
though.
I would eat myself into diabetes if there was like a 15 by 15 foot cube of Rice Krispie treats.
Would you rather have Rice Krispie treats or puppy chow?
Rice Krispie treats.
I mean, we talked about like actual dog food puppy chow, or the little combination of stuff.
Like the Chex Mix that's covered in chocolate and
Oh.
then powdered.
Oh, crap.
Shit.
What is it?
Shit.
Powdered.
As soon as that came out of my mouth, I
It's powdered
realized
sugared,
that
right? It's
nobody
like
else
powdered
calls
sugar.
it that.
Like the stuff you put on top of fennel cakes,
No,
right?
it's
Or
not
Rice
powdered
Krispie
sugar.
treats
It's
all day long.
it's. Is it called powdered sugar?
Yeah, powdered sugar. The stuff you put on
Yeah.
like a funnel cake at like the state
Oh.
fair or something, right?
Yeah,
It's powdered
yeah.
sugar.
Confectioner
good-
sugar.
Man, that's like a
Have
really
you
hard
guys ever had
choice.
like chocolate Rice Krispie treats? Those are
Yes.
good. With
Yeah.
chocolate chips
That's
added,
good.
that's good shit.
Okay, when we were out last week, we went to a candy store and they had massive Rice Krispie treats that were like dipped in chocolate and then dipped in other toppings.
Ooh.
It was an entire candy store. It's like a
Oh, that
real
sounds
candy
so
store. It is
cool.
Sounds
madness.
Really
It was freaking awesome.
That's awesome.
We got like a 2-pound bag of gummies.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I
some
love
gummy-
candy stores like that.
That sounds really good.
God damn it. Damn, it sounds so good.
Now I want
Sounds like-
gummies. I'll be right back.
Hold on, I got the munchies, everybody.
And proof.
You can't eat that on camera. It's not fair.
You got turn off your camera real quick, then eat it, then put it back on. It'll just be flipping
Just
off and on like
regular-
every 3 seconds.
This is all that's left after a week of 1 pound
see
of
it.
gummies that were
Oh
mine.
my god, that's it?
They're
Edie.
so good.
Have you ever had
I-
Albanese gummy worms? Have you ever had the Albanese brand?
Yes, those are really good.
Those are for like no sugar added, or like a delicious. I can eat a bag. Like I'll walk out of there and I'm just like, I'm gonna be sick later, but I don't care. Like at a certain point, it's kind of like going in.
This is no longer a D&D stream; it's a candy stream.
Yes.
What's
I know,
everyone's
it's like-
favorite candy.
I got my
Food
pizza
stream?
earlier, and I
Got my
should have
Cheetos.
eaten some. Oh,
And
you know what
The
ooh.
Takis.
my jalapeno chips. I'm ready for some spicy poops tomorrow.
God.
So apparently is Gimli. If you happen to miss, don't you worry.
Oh Lord.
Miss what? My mouth?
Maybe you're in a rush and you don't make it. That's all I'm saying. We've all
Oh,
been there.
no.
We've all been there. She's like, no, we haven't, motherfucker.
no, we
We've not."
haven't.
No.
Not since I was like single digits of age.
Silent knows what's up.
No,
Yes,
no,
those are
I'm not.
so
I'm not
good.
with you on this one, man.
What? You
Anyway.
don't like
Cool
Cool Ranch
Ranch?
Doritos?
Oh, I didn't see those. Actually, yeah, those are the best.
Are we just talking
Right?
about food all day?
They're
I don't
good
like,
on a
I don't
sandwich.
like ranch.
I would
I don't
love
like
to
ranch
just
unless
like
it's
Food
cool.
stream.
go to
Ugh.
a grocery store with you guys.
I'm getting really
and
hungry.
I just want to go to a grocery store with you guys and just be, and then go
just-
home and make like crazy concoctions and stuff.
You just have them bring like a credit card swiper to the candy aisle. You're like, we're just gonna
Yeah.
eat here.
I'll take all of it.
Right,
Mr.
we're
Beast is
just-
paying for it.
Just start opening it up. Just going to town. Like, I'll buy a bag, whatever. All right, so where we left it at before all we do is talk about food, because I really want these chips, but I don't want you to have to listen to cruncha all night.
Oh, my bad.
Oh no, I was talking about me. I'm a narcissist. I'm not talking about you. I can't. You crunch all you want.
Wait, though, the coolest thing about spicy Cheetos.
Oh my god. See,
if you
I don't.
If you eat too many of them, your poop will turn that color. It's terrifying the first time it happens. I don't recommend it.
It's where you seek a doctor afterwards, right? You're like, should I go to urgent care?
There are
Yes.
I think that's the only time I've ever taken a picture of my poop. And it was like a public place. Like I had to go to, Rex and I were out and we went to Walmart and I was like, okay. Like I can't just like yell at him to come in here. So I had to take a picture of it. And I went out and I'm like, okay, this, like, you need to look at this picture and I'm sorry. But like, he goes, what'd you eat yesterday? I go, oh, I had Cool Ranch, or I had Flamin' Hot Cheetos. He goes, that makes sense. they
bet
are
that's the
it's,
one
it's
picture.
literally this color. It's terrifying. It's really terrifying.
But I bet he didn't do
Love
his
is
little
when you
zoom
look
in
at your
enhance
spouse's
thing, did
poop.
he?
It sure is.
I
I bet
did
he
not.
didn't zoom in and enhance that shit. I bet.
No.
Like,
Alright.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Anyway,
That shit.
anyway.
So about
He still
anyways,
likes
kids,
me. He still likes me.
beware of these spicy flaming hot Cheetos.
We went from food to poop.
I mean,
I
it-
mean, that's what food does.
That's its lifespan, you know.
Kind of how nature works. Miracle of life, everyone. Okay, so we've now that
So
we're
are we still in the? We're still in where Femo was locked away.
correct. You were still there where Fem was locked away. Then
Okay.
we're picking it up
Yeah.
immediately. Yes, sir. Oh, do you want to roll
Before
your
we
portent?
kick off, yes, I would like to roll my portent since it's a new day.
So is it
Yes.
still just the three of us, Yuki, Brea, and me, or like? Because if you weren't here last week, Dr. Overdose / Garmy wasn't here. He was absent, and so his character just kind of like disappeared, and we were like, where's Garmy? So now is he with us?
And then we were just kind of like,
Not
okay,
yet.
that's weird. And we just walked the other way pretty much.
Not yet.
Is he
Not
actual
yet.
actually Femo? He's like a shifter, like a skin shifter or whatever.
Skinwalker.
Well, yes,
Shapeshifter?
it's immediately after you have found Femel, right? He has obviously suffered from significant, very dangerous frostbite, right? His fingers are all blackened and curled, and his toes. He was dragged through snow and the subarctic temperatures for many, many hours across the tundra and wastes of the spine of the world. And I think where we had left it out at is you had seen when you had pulled out the blanket from on top of him, the satchel that seemed to meet the description with the ornate buckle was tucked into his clothes. I think that's pretty much where we picked it up at,
Yeah.
right? Now what I'd like is for one of you to make a perception check. Your choice. Whoever you want to have roll low, right? Don't just saying.
Roll low.
Well, no, I mean, don't choose that person who happens to be rolling low on rollies today.
I have a +3 perception, but that's
I think you're smarter than me, though.
Reyes also has a +3.
Yeah.
smarter. What do you mean?
Don't you have to be? Yeah. All right, I'll do it.
Do it. Do it.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So distantly down the tunnel, you hear like a light scraping and some footsteps that seem to be coming up behind you down the hall. Because you went into the room, you hear like an uneven footsteps. Do slide. Right, very uneven, irregular. That's what Brea hears.
Like one person, or like someone has a messed up leg and they're dragging it like a zombie.
You didn't roll no perception. You don't know nothing.
So I can't
just
ask
kidding.
So
questions.
can I just like peek my head out and look to see what it might be?
No, it's a good question. It's not, you can't really tell without seeing it, but it just sounds like some type of irregular footsteps.
Am I allowed to ask
you-
questions if I'm not the one that rolled?
Yeah, you can, because I'm assuming that I was just giving you a hard time. I'm assuming that Bray is
Okay, I
telling you
just
like,
wanted to
oh
make
shh,
sure
I hear somebody
excited.
behind us, right? Now, one day you might get to the point where, because if I didn't want you to know, and I wanted to make Brea tell you, I would just message Brea on chat and say, this is what you heard, right? But yeah, you can ask questions. That's perfectly fine.
Oh, okay.
Right. Because I could just whisper to you guys and ask you whatever the hell I want to, or tell you what you know without having to go through the whole shebang. So Garmy, those are your portents. I just want to confirm, right? You wrote those down, so you know what
Yep,
those are.
Wait,
I wrote them
I-
down.
Alright.
18 and
I
4.
think I missed the answer. Did you answer?
It just sounds irregular without looking. Now, Brea said she wants to peek out and take a look, and so you see a small form in the shadows just at the edge of your vision, because you have dark vision, kind of moving towards you. Looks like it's like slumped against the wall, but it's kind of lost in shadow. I'm not going to make you reroll perception again.
We didn't kill
Little?
anybody else on the way in here, right? Only the guys that were in this.
Only
Only
the ones
the
that
guy-
were in the room with Themel, yeah.
So it's
And they
not
had
like
mentioned that
we-
there's a patrol, right? They mentioned there's a patrol coming.
Okay. But it's not like
You
we
said it
did
was smaller than me.
It's just something. It's a small figure lost in the shadows. I mean, you could wait for it to try to approach. It just seems to be heading your direction. You could hear that. You heard the footfalls, the uneven footfalls in the distance.
Can we ask Femble if he knows if anybody else is being held captive here that we need to be careful about or look out for.
And with his frostbite and his lips are kind of blackened and everything, where he's obviously, chapped and dry, he says, I remember some others that were taken deeper into the complex.
Ooh. Deeper, huh?
I'm just gonna walk towards it.
What? Okay. I'm gonna,
He's
like,
gonna
hide
just,
in
like,
behind
He said
my,
it's leaned up against the wall.
So as you approach, you see the figure of Garmy, mostly naked, his robes torn and shredded, where he's been bound. His feet have been free, and he's able to walk. And you can see some ligature marks as you approach Garmy. Now at this point, about 30 feet away, as he's kind of leaning against the wall, and kind of pushing himself along with his hands bound, and he's been gagged, so he can't speak.
I'm gonna yell like, "Oh my god!" and
I'm gonna take that out.
take the white fur armor and just like throw it on him, and because he's so small it probably like collapses him and it like completely covers him and he's on the ground like in a ball, still like can't talk or anything. But that's just my like, "Oh my god, Garmy, no!" And then I just like throw
I didn't
the
say he's
armor.
just straight up naked. His clothes are just damaged, and he's disheveled
Oh, I
and
thought you said
dirty.
he was
and
naked. Like,
He's mostly naked. He's
partially
got fragments of clothing, like his part of his robe has been torn.
Oh.
He's not fully buck ass naked.
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna get
never
the
mind.
gag out of his mouth.
I'll take my armor back.
At this point, you just want everybody to forget about all that shit about him, like being on the trip with the gods or whatever. You know what? Never mind. It does not look like that's where he was.
Yeah,
Garmy,
definitely not okay, dude.
Are you okay? What's going on? How'd you find us?
Let's-
Where have you been?
Escaping?
Well, are you
How'd they
hurt?
get
Are
you?
Are you hurt? What do you need medical attention?
I forgot to reset my hit points, DM, before we started today. Am I at full health, or should I be subtracting some?
Full health is fine.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a long rest here, just to reset my sheet.
Yeah, so you would have after the time when you were gone, because it's obviously in real time for these guys. They spent like at least a day, right?
Trying to open a door. So.
Well, no. in the avalanche, in the cold, like walking, getting lost, because you guys got lost a couple of times. So it's been at least a day, so you would have recovered your spell slots. I would say that you did at least get your 8 hours or ish of before the beatings began.
Yeah. Well, it's a little confusing. I was with you, then suddenly I wasn't with you.
Well, we
in the
know
middle
that
of,
much.
and that I'm not sure how I got from there to this other place, but the raiders, these people were all around me, and they had a few other prisoners. I tried to fight them off. My stuff should be in that room back there somewhere. Could we try to find that? My staff and my casting supplies.
The room we just came from?
Why is your
Yeah,
stuff in the back
that's where they
room?
dumped them, in that room. With another prisoner, I think, who I had steal something.
Ooh.
So after a few minutes of searching, you find that in some of the detritus and things that have been tossed around the room, that Garmy's belongings have been tossed in there, and his staff was pressed up into the shadows in the corner. And his spellcasting ingredients and things are there too.
The raiders, they were wearing the white fur? That's who took
Yeah.
you?
Well, they didn't take me. I somehow appeared next to them. Then they took me. I gave them a good fight, but it turns out I'm very punchable.
Do you want to cast magic on yourself to see if you are okay? Cause that's I'm confused. I'm trying to figure out.
I want to
the
play a
voice for
game
my
of
character.
Whack-A-Gnome. I want to
trying
play a
to
game
figure
of
out-
Whack-A-Gnome.
Trying to figure out the voice for my character, and the only thing that's coming out is the mustache.
The other
I was gonna say
accent.
it sounds like you're doing the mustache
Well,
voice.
please tell me,
I
by
do
golly,
not want
bless
to do
your
that
heart.
that accent, but I don't know what my character's voice is without. Like, that's the only thing that will come out of my mouth.
Just be yourself. Just be
Yeah,
yourself.
I heard it.
Your character doesn't have to have an accent.
Well, gee golly, Mr. Garmy, are you all right? Oh, my sweet summer child, it must be so
Where
cold
in the
back in
hell
that
have you
cave.
been?
Like, oh, my sweet child, what am I gonna do with you? Like,
Bless
what am
your
I gonna
heart.
do? I leave you alone for 2 minutes. Bless your heart, you little sweet gnome, you. So punchable, so tasty. I mean, punchable.
Oh, oh.
I explained that seeing that they've rescued. I can't remember his name.
Femmel.
Fizz something.
Femmel.
Femmel. Yeah, when I was bound up, I noticed there was a magic scroll case. I knew it was magic. I had him grab it when he could. They didn't. They separated him for some reason. I'm not sure, but there are more prisoners deeper down in the cave system. Not the way I came from. That's where they are.
So, what exactly did
Just
you have
take
him
a minute.
steal? What did you have him steal?
That case, and I point over to the case that he's holding.
But,
Leather
has.
satchel that appears to match the description
but why?
that
And
the gentleman was
how?
looking for.
I saw an opportunity. Told him to grab it.
You know what's in
Looked
it?
magical, and I like magic. And I'm pretty sure they have more magic shit back that way, and I want it.
Okay.
I want to take now that y'all are here, I want to take them for everything they're worth.
All right, well, let's get some clothes on you first. And then look, maybe take a little bit of a closer look at your head to see if you hit it and get you your staff back. And then maybe after we already looted the bodies, right?
Boots you can wear.
Correct. You
Ooh.
already looted and found some
And
money. Yeah.
I immediately start inspecting the boots, and now that I got my gear back, I start setting up my gear to like I cast identify on it if they don't tell me what it does.
Boots of sprinting and leaping or whatever the hell they're called. And however, when you first put them on, you're like, these are way too big for me, but they just somehow perfectly fit your feet, right? And what appeared to be boots that were too large will now fit your feet perfectly fine. And yeah, they are called boots of, hang on, let me pull it up again.
Striding and springing.
Yes, boots of striding and sprinting, and you can just drag it onto your character sheet.
But we need to figure out what to do for Femmel. I mean, he's not looking like he's in very
Do
good
we
condition.
leave him here?
Feel like we need to clear out the cave first before we try to, like bring him home, just in case we run into anyone else.
I mean, I know that there's a
Can you set a like one of the traps on the door
ooh,
so nobody gets them?
I
I don't know if there's anybody else in here.
that's a good idea. I mean, we know that there's like
I'm pretty sure they had a
team.
group out, a very, very large group out scouting. So
Do you
they
know
could be
where?
coming back.
Do you know where?
No,
where
I
they're-
mean, I didn't see outside of this place much past the gag and the handcuffs and bounds. They had me tied up, and I couldn't see a lot. They punched me every time I tried to look anywhere.
Oh, wow.
And Garmy does recall that he felt the emanation of some type of magic portal deeper as he escaped.
Yeah,
right. And
like I said, there's
the
a lot of
walls
magic
became-
shit in there.
The walls became more paved as if they were brick and stone and some type of ruin, where at this portion of the cave it's more natural cave that's been the man has smoothed it. Whoever is here has smoothed it out to make it more easily to traverse. But as you get deeper into it, Garmy tells you that he has seen that as you get deeper, it looks more like a ruin versus a cave.
Okay, so he didn't come from that. We got to a T, and then
He went from the way we didn't come.
We went
the
one
we
way.
didn't go.
You're saying he was the other way? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Were
he
the
came. He
bodies
didn't come from
deeper in
directly
it?
your path. He came from
The
deeper,
bodies on the
further
wall?
in the cave.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, there's still that T
So-
intersection. You guys stopped following up. Now, I will tell you, because I like to play this way, and I don't know, Garmy, if you play this way too, we haven't really talked about it. Carouse, you have a set of cartography tools.
Yes, sir, I do.
And what I would recommend is if you happen to have a notebook or journal, try to keep track of how you are moving, because in some situations, I will want you to make a roll, and if you can show me the map that you've made, I will reduce the difficulty of you trying to find something where you are, because it's a dark ass cave, and sometimes they split up, and you can get lost in their labyrinthine So you could say, hey, Dungeon Master, how long is this hallway? This hallway is 15 feet long, and it goes right and left. So you might want to just kind of keep an idea of what that is, because if I'm like, okay, well, now this place is, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's an earthquake, the caves are going to fall. I'm going to give you 3 rolls to get out of here, even though you're like, way deep in this cave. If you have a map, I'll make the checks easier. If you don't have a map,
Okay.
I might,
Am
you know what I
I
mean?
drawing a physical map?
You could, or you could
I
do it in
feel
whatever
like-
way you want to keep track of it.
I feel like I could do that, but I get so confused with where
Sure.
we're at that I feel like it would be better for someone else to do it.
You could, but you have the cartography tools.
Can I give them
As
to
part of
someone
your-
else?
You're an explorer. This is your
Shit!
opportunity.
Okay.
You're trying to put the burden on someone else.
You don't have to draw a map.
Yeah,
If
you don't-
if you want, I would recommend getting grid paper, which makes it very easy to draw. Because Husher should give you measurements like 20 feet. In which case, every square you can just remember is 5 feet and block it off.
And you don't have
This
to do it
hallway
today.
is 20 feet.
Because normally, depending
I
on the
like
situation,
drawing maps.
it's more.
I just want to make sure I am getting it. You know what? I can do this, and if I have to ask 20 questions, then I will ask 20 questions.
I want you to ask every question you want to ask, as long as it's not 30
If-
fucking minutes to open a door. That's all I care
If
about.
you
okay?
want to do it digitally, I can show you a cool application that works really well to draw maps on your machine
What is it?
too. There's a tool called Dungeon Draft I use. I can actually show you
Ooh.
some maps I made with it. Really, you can make some really quick maps with it.
And also, any way you want to keep track of it is your way. If you want to say we took a left, then a right, then a left, then a left, and that's your map of what you wanted to follow, and yeah, whatever you want to use is easiest for you, right? Because sometimes, to have a more cinematic experience, I like to have a series of just difficulty checks, and based on what you guys have done together and what you can recollect from something, I just lower the difficulty of it, and it makes it more cinematic. It's not move 6 feet, move 10 feet, right? It's just, hey, let's do some of these rolls. Do we get out of here, right? Or there are repercussions for our rolls. I'm a big fan of yes and something happened, or yes but something happened. The no, we did not get out and the roof smashed down on us. It's not a lot of fun, right? We're all dead now. But you can use whatever method you want to keep track. I just use it to have some situations where it's more cinematic, it's more story at that point, and it's just a few rolls of how
got
well did you
this.
succeed.
I got this. I'm gonna make the coolest map you've ever seen. I realized that we're kind of gonna be down in the depths, and I want to try and keep track of things, so I rustle around in the room, and I find a worn piece of leather, and I decide that's what my map's gonna go on.
Like it.
Love it.
I like
there
it.
we go. Except
So
I
you're back inside
misplaced
the
my
room.
pencil on the kitchen table.
So
We
you're
have a
back inside the
kitchen?
room, and what do you guys want to do? Oh, she's like, I need a pencil first, bitch. Give me this.
With the combination
kitchen
of
table, I know
my
exactly
old
where it is.
clothes, can we say that the only clothes they tore up was my warm weather clothing, and that I'm able to go back to my regular clothing and not be half naked?
Yeah, you're not half naked. Yeah.
And is my cold weather gear still good, or is it need to be?
It would probably need
replaced?
some repairs to be effective, but you could within moments with a sewing kit, you
Or-
can convert the white armor into something more comfortable for you.
Or
What I do is I cast mending, and I spend about 5 minutes.
Unseen servant, right? Somebody's got an unseen servant that can mend clothes.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Steven, where are you?
Ooh,
Get naked.
Steven is their name? I
Yeah.
didn't catch that. I don't remember that.
Is there like a silent P in front of it, like Steven,
Well-
but we don't say the Steven? We don't say the P.
Is he a
Because
ghost?
we don't
Is
talk
a
about
wolf
Steven.
dead?
Is that what
We
you're
don't
saying?
talk.
I was just trying to bring up the info so you guys can see it again, but it's only making me roll it. I think he's still active anyways. I think I used him before we came in here.
yeah, you did.
I mean, you could always do that too. You come up with some interesting solutions, like, "Hey, Steven, go open that door for me." Steven walks up and takes the blade trap and is killed. However, hey,
Well,
that
I
door was
can
trapped.
I can recast them every day. So Yeah.
Between the group of us, between his servant and my mending, I think we get all my clothes back in working order.
And
Sure,
maybe
I would say
we,
probably at this point, like 10 minutes have passed, maybe something like that.
I
Time
was gonna
has little
say,
meaning as we approach the Underdark. I mean, in darkness.
I was gonna say we could have like knitted some of the white fur armor from the several men that we killed and made some like warmer clothing for him.
Nice.
Maybe not exactly to the same quality that he had before, but something workable.
I look a little bit more barbarian gnome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Brea in her cold weather clothing got some kind of coat. We can just like stick you right here.
You don't see
With your
Brea
head
ripping
sticking
off her
out?
clothes now, do you? It's cold outside. She like, oh hell no.
No, not right now.
So yeah, so about 60
Finally-
feet away is it goes up in the hallway to like upwards, I'll call it, to help us orient our maps in the same way. So you have a T intersection,
Mhm.
and one direction sort of leads out to where you want to go. The other direction leads to other portions of this complex potentially. What are you gonna do with Femel?
Would you say that we're like in the middle of the map right now?
I would say right now just put yourself at the bottom of the map.
Bottom
Yeah, sorry.
middle?
Just
So-
bottom, bottom middle. Yeah, bottom middle.
I feel like it's dangerous to leave him there alone. We can't take him with us right now because we, have to make sure the coast is clear, and we're not sure we'll be able to take him along if more people come. But leaving him there is also like equally dangerous. If they walk in there and see all those dead bodies and stuff, he's probably gonna suffer for it and get some questioning. Maybe we can hide him somewhere, or
You might be able to take him with you somewhere till you find another room.
How far? I'm afraid I don't know how far away from town we are. How long would it take for him to run back?
he wouldn't make it. He would not make it.
Well, if he was invisible, he might.
We're not really
How
sure. We
far?
kind of got
Aren't-
kinda
aren't
got
his, aren't his toes
caught in an
frostbitten?
avalanche. So
It's probably a day's travel by foot, depending on the weather, because you can only move at a certain speed. And I think what was it during a blizzard? Your speed is like 1/8 of
Hey!
a mile. You don't have any dog sleds, right?
can we take him to the old man?
You could try, yeah, sure.
That's not that far, right?
No, it's like a few hundred yards outside of the cave.
Okay, if we can make it out.
First, we
That
need to know
old
what
man.
the scroll thing is, because that's what we're after.
I'm sorry.
didn't know
What
you were here.
old man?
I forgot his name.
Is it
Usher.
Argentum.
Argentum.
Yeah. He
Oh,
points
in
us
the
in the direction of
house.
this cave.
He lives by himself.
Can I make any type of roll to see if that name means anything to me?
It should. You stole his
You could roll.
knapsack.
You could probably roll Arcana, maybe something like that. I think Arcana check might, or a History check.
Let's go Arcana. They're both the same.
He had a pointy
Nope.
hat.
Oof.
Name doesn't sound familiar.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not a name you
Oh,
recognize.
I didn't see a hut when they were dragging me in, but they kept punching me, so who knows what I
Wait.
blacked out and missed.
Usher, your text is highlighted in pink. Or your box is pink. How'd you do that?
yes.
Doesn't it always do that? Or
Does it? Oh. Never
I
mind.
don't know.
I'm
Who,
like,
mine?
Yeah. I don't know if I've noticed that before.
Very
I don't,
pretty.
know if I don't think
Again.
I've even noticed it.
Hello.
I don't even know if I've noticed it.
Oh, mine's purple. What the hell?
Shit, maybe it's been doing it all along, and we just never use fucking chat.
Oh,
so
maybe
we
it's
have
only
It
when you
doesn't do it
chat.
for the
Okay.
rolls, though. Just for the chats.
Oi, mate. Oi, bruv. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's only.
Because if
okay,
I do
got
rolls,
it.
I don't. If
Got
I
it.
do rolls, it doesn't do anything for me. If I just do a roll.
Wonder if that's.
Please don't throw the gnome. Oh, wait, so what are we doing with Fimmel?
Font size. Oh yes, people can see now. Oh, that's fantastic.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, you can make the font size bigger. Oh, people are gonna be able to see. That's fantastic.
Well, I mean, I would really like to go deeper into this place and take all of their treasures and beat up those people that punched me. But I'll defer to the rest of the group if you would like to not.
Are we going to split up? Should someone get Fimmel to safety first?
I don't
Or
recommend us splitting up. These people were
I
hard enough
recommend you
on
split
my
the
own.
fuck up. Split the party, baby. That's more fun for me. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you guys want to do. It's just a big meme in D&D of never split the party. That's all.
Can you trap the door? The alarm thing?
I
Do
could
you have
set
any
an
way that you
alarm
could-
somewhere, yes. But it would notify me, not anybody else. And that would last for 8 hours.
okay, so we can try to lock the door. Maybe Yuki can like relock the door with her thieves' tools to where only she knows how to open it or something like that. And then you can cast alarm on it to see if it gets opened.
Fucking
Certainly
doors, man.
try. Would you feel comfortable with Fennel staying locked in this room until we can come back and escort you to town?
Locked room with a fire in it because apparently in Faerun we don't have carbon monoxide poisoning. He'll be fine. Just jam that baby shut. Put a towel under the door. I mean, can you find a way to? Is there? I mean, I'm just thinking because I don't know. Right? I'm just asking you guys as your question because I mean I could always come up with something. Do you have a way that you could jam the lock, jam the door, make it so somebody can't get in? I'm just thinking out loud.
Yuki still has her thieves' tools. I'm not sure those are good for like everything in the world, obviously. But
And if you can pick a lock, you can jam a lock.
I was gonna
assume.
say, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
And I would cast alarm, which lets me know within a mile, as long as I'm within a mile of it, if someone crosses the line. And I could actually do it a little bit out, so I would know if someone was approaching the door.
Am I gonna roll a check for this?
That's a good idea.
With the thieves' tool?
Yes, you would roll a thieves. You would roll a thieves' tools check.
Can the popcorn be a distraction?
Come on, Yuki, don't
I
feel
mean, it
We could
absolutely
also-
could be. Yeah, I mean,
We could also
What
fill the
is all
hallway.
this
You could fill the
popcorn
hallway
here?
with popcorn.
But that only lasts for an hour.
Oh, right.
yeah. So you feel confident that you were able to successfully jam the lock, and when you try to like turn it and twist it, it doesn't feel like it moves.
Okay.
You have successfully passed the difficulty check that I had decided for this attempt. So yes, a 10 was fine.
Whew.
I know you're worried. You're always thinking that I'm like, you got to roll like a 27 to pass this shit. Like,
I feel that way whenever it's about stealing the leg.
when it's a leg attached to a person, they might notice. It might be really difficult. All right, so you exit the hall. You exit into the hallway, right, and to your north, right.
And
You
I'm
see
going
the
to cast
passageway.
alarm, ritually cast alarm, at the point where someone would be heading down that hallway, as far as I can, to give us as much time warning that someone's heading that way. They'll have to pass my alarm, and they'll have to break through the lock before they can get to Fennel.
Okay.
Cast as a ritual, so as not to use a spell slot, please.
You have a class feature though for that, right? Where you can cast rituals now.
Yeah.
Is it once a day or something? I forgot what it was.
No, I mean, as a wizard, I just can.
No, I thought that I know by
Ritual
default it's 10
casting.
minutes. Yeah, I thought for 10
Mhm.
minutes, right? So so this is
Yeah,
still
it
10
just
minutes.
takes an extra 10 minutes. Yeah.
So, and your passive ability, if you want to note, as a fancy little barbarian with like the ability to sense magic, yes, you would notice that this fucking door next to you, or this passageway here, is there's magic, right? Feel a little electrical tingle of magic from wherever Garmy has cast that alarm. All right, so
Oh.
to your north, you see this hall that you've passed down before it comes to a T intersection that goes left and right. Left would take you back the way you came through, right? Right would take you deeper into the complex, probably where Garmy came from. It's about 30 feet from the door that you just left. We'll just kind of
We're
simplify things.
No one else wants to do the map.
I mean, I feel like it's
We'll
your
do one
job.
as well and compare.
You don't necessarily have to do a map. I'm just saying
Hold
that
on.
as like it just might be something beneficial if I'm not showing you a map right now, because you're exploring and discovering as you go.
Yuki does not have any of those tools, like a journal or a pencil or anything.
Is this right so far? Like this is. I thought we were gonna come out this way. Like
You
I
are
thought
going
this
up
is
that
where
way,
the
yeah.
T was gonna be.
Now the T's the other direction. T is up.
T like this?
I thought there
you
was
said-
another T, and like where Fimmel was. I thought we made a right to go to him, and I thought there was also a left option.
There is a
Yeah.
left option that goes north. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. The focus that pretend that you're at the bottom of that piece of paper, working your way up,
Maybe I should.
and or left, and or right.
Like that. We're here.
I
I
can't
probably
see
shouldn't
it,
have
but
crumpled it,
yeah,
so-
that's fine. Yeah.
We're
yeah, that's
here,
fine, yeah.
and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have crumpled it. I wanted to be cool.
It's still cool. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's immersive. I like it.
Or you could use a marker instead, make it easier to see.
I'm using a pen. It's brown paper, so it's...
It's just an idea. Like I said, you're not gonna have to do this all the time or anything like
Okay.
that. But just as an explorer, this is sort of a part of exploring, right? And if you hate it, we'll never fucking do it again. We'll find a way. We'll find a way to survive without it.
I'm excited. I think it'll be good.
Can't even do that because my map
Oh,
won't even
it just
show
keeps
up.
disappearing.
It just disappears. Here's my invisible map, everybody, and it's like, well, shit.
He told Fimmel what was happening. He just knows that he's locked in a freaking room now.
Yeah, he's just like, you guys just fucking left him. He's like, he got this satchel and he's fucked up his like poor little frost-bitten toes and fingers and chapped
Well,
lips. And,
Hopefully, he feels secure now.
or
Assume
abandoned.
we
This
did
guy
some
now has
basic first
PTSD.
aid to keep him from getting much worse. As long as we return without too long.
Let's get a move on.
Ah, he's good.
She's like, chop, chop. Okay.
So are we heading deeper to rescue the other people and loot the people?
Yes.
Who's leading? Rogue?
Uh,
Barbarian? Not
you
me.
know,
The
Brea had
sneakier
some-
one should probably go first in here, right?
Brea had some really good rolls today, though. Okay.
I'll
Yuki
go
will go
first.
first, and she's going to keep her unseen servant just 15 feet ahead of her as she sneaks down the hall.
Oh, hey, actually, really quick. Now that we're on the hour, does anybody need a break? I need a break to go feed Gimli.
Yeah, I can take my dogs out real
Yeah.
quick and feed them. Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna
Okay.
just grab some water.
Awesome. Cool. Okay.
The cloak of disappearing.
All right, guys. We will be right back, everybody.
RB.
Right. All right, guys, we're taking a teeny tiny snack break. Oh, we are here. Okay, never mind. We're back.
I'm just minimizing my crunching.
Except now Gimli is barking.
If little bro's got to do the business, man, go for it. Trust me, my carpets wish that I had a little bit more freedom when I was on work calls to take my dogs out, because whew. Oh man, I need me some caffeine. All right, yeah. So you have the tunnel that leads back to where you came from, right? And you have that T intersection that leads off further into the tunnel, into the complex, so to speak. That's the word we're going to use now. And that was about 30 feet away. You heard his footsteps further away. But thankfully, with your fancy dark vision and silent or Yuki with her lantern tied to her hip, you can go left or right.
We're going further in, so right?
Well,
Yeah,
just a new.
I'm over here. I'm
this is a
over here
new
drawn
turn.
on my map too. I'm like, okay.
This is a new turn, not the turn we were at before. This is a new one, right?
Oh, this is a different turn.
Correct, because you could take there was so as you went up, there was the first T intersection, right, that went off to your left.
Which way is the way that I was being held prisoner?
To the right.
To the right. So I let them know that was the way I was being held, was to the right over here. I don't know if I found everything that way. I think the prisoners were coming from this direction. That they took the prisoners the other direction. Correct?
Correct. And about 15 feet down that hall, you see a doorway recessed into the rocks. Built very similarly to the door that led into Femel's room. An obviously manufactured door.
Okay.
That's what they were holding me down that one. So I'm guessing we should go the other way.
Did you already search everything that was in that room?
My hands were bound, and I was gagged, so I couldn't magically look. But it looked like just a jank place to throw a prisoner. Me. If you want, we can take another closer look.
No, that sounds like good enough reasoning to me, to Yuki.
To go look or to not go look?
To not go look. Just a prison cell, yeah.
I mean, I didn't
click
think.
on the way
I
out.
mean, DM. I don't think there was anything there, right? I mean,
No, the room
I
that
was
you would have come
bound,
from
so-
was the room that you would have came from was like an old destroyed and I'll tell you because we didn't talk about it when you joined. The room you came from when you probably used to be some type of old barracks room, right? There's just these destroyed beds, not very well kept, crap all over the floor, little scraps of armor and stuff, and that's where he was basically abandoned, where he escaped from.
Which side was that on? Like we're walking down the hall. Was that on the left or the right?
Out to the right.
You took a right, and this room is like 15 feet down that hall.
Oh, we took a right and then we went to. Oh.
So from Farland's room, we've taken a right, and then another right, and then that gets us to the prisoner.
We
where
did!
Garmy was being held.
Holy shit. All right, and then another right. Okay.
I'm drawing a map too.
I want us all to draw a map and then see like where.
You'll
Like,
watch
compare
them
the
all.
maps at the end.
Whose
They're
map
all
looks
gonna
the
look
nicest?
different.
Everybody's gonna compare. I bet mine does. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. And there's nothing to say that if you all can't actually keep your own notes of how you've traveled. So if there was a situation where it was like, what do you guys have? You as a group could put your heads together and say, oh, we know it's about this way, and then we can
Next week, I'll have my map tools out and ready.
do some rolling.
That's what I was saying. Next time I'm gonna hop on that. This time I'm gonna leave it to Karas.
And you notice at this point, as you travel, you notice that the walls and the features have kind of faded from being just stone, and now they appear to be some type of stone block, right? Where this has been a created area. Somebody's actually built this as you move further into the complex.
So
So
now
now,
we're turning
past
around
that
away,
door,
passing that door. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, 10 feet past that door, you see that the tunnel takes a hard hook to the left. It ends in front of you. So yeah, 10 feet ahead of you. I'm sorry, 20 feet ahead of you. It takes a bend to the left to go up again, so to speak.
Oh.
Or north.
So the opposite direction of the prison that Garvey was in, the room where that's even deeper.
You would be going past it on one side.
Oh, past it.
Yeah, just past that door. That room is on the north side of that hall, and then the hallway itself ends ahead of you, but it's a left bend that goes parallel to that room. It passes it on the east side. Everybody's like, "Fuck this! This is fucking terrible." Let's
I
speed
Stop
this
drawing
along,
my map.
Esther.
My map is.
This is
I'm
bullshit.
not
We hate
going
it.
to attempt to draw a map.
So,
Kill me
so I'll
now.
tell you.
Like, I'm choosing a new character that doesn't have this stuff.
Yes, just past the room that Garmy was kept in, the hallway takes a left and goes northward.
Okay.
Don't even need this for the after action report. You're like, this is balls.
Okay, so to the left is the north direction, right?
Correct. Your map should be situated where the bottom of your paper is south and the top end is north, so east and west.
Yeah.
Sure, it's reversed
That's
for me,
not a-
so I'm just.
That's not at all how my map looks at this point.
Mine is just scribbles now.
I have us back at Femel's room somehow.
Let me see if I can do this with a drawing. I don't know if you can see what I draw. Right? Can you see that? We should be on the table, right?
I'm
So-
shooting the D20 right now.
Yeah, the D20. So you started do you see this X?
Yeah.
Okay, you started down there, right?
Okay.
Femel's
How are
room
you
is like right
doing
here.
that? We should have done that from the beginning.
No, this is me doing it for you. This is me playing a cartographer.
Oh, wait, can we
So-
do that? That would
then-
be so helpful.
So then it goes up, right? T intersection, right?
Mhm.
I've
Then you
already
have-
messed up.
And it should go a little bit further, right? And then we have this little T area. This is where Garmy was kept at, and then the hallway does this.
I had us turning out of that. I had it as an actual T, not a plus. So I had us turning right and then turning right, and then you're like, oh, and then it curves to the east, and I'm like, wait, what?
Fuck it, it goes
That
to the
was my
west,
first step.
everybody. I like it. I think yours is great. Okay.
Wait, so where
All
did
right,
we
anyways.
come from?
You came from down here where the X is at the bottom.
But I thought
No,
Fimmel's room
that
was
was
like to the south
You
from
came
there.
in
That was at the
from
end of
like
the
over
hall.
here. This was the little pit room was over here, right?
Yeah.
You came in on this side. The little body was over here, right? But you didn't go up that way.
Okay.
You just found the body. You
We
went
went the
down
other
through. You
way.
went down to this. You went down through this. There's like a little exit like area right here, and you took that up to this little hall. You came over like, oh, Femel, and then this is where Garmy kind of wandered from.
Now it makes sense. Okay.
It's fucking terrible. Like, I got to delete this because now there's lines on top of lines. All right. So yeah. So
know
here's
my
the room.
map is
Here's the
wrong.
room where. Yeah. Here's the room. Right. We got our little T intersections. Right. This is about where you are right here. Which this is the room where Garmy was kept, and the hallway turns left this way.
I got you.
This leads back to where the little pit was. I hope chat likes my fucking beautiful mouse drawings, and this is the entrance that
It's-
you came in.
It's actually not bad.
I
And there
like
was
it.
there was an exit this way, but you
So
are
then there
over
are
here.
two paths we haven't explored at all.
Correct.
So do you want to keep going this way? And I think this is where the prisoners. This is the direction I think the prisoners were taken, right?
Yeah, so we just keep
Can
going.
Is that
Somebody
correct,
roll
DM?
perception or investigation. Perception or investigation. I'll take either.
My investigation is +4, but my rolls are -4.
Go for it.
I'm worried.
Hey,
Nice.
So Yuki notices that faintly carved into a lot of the brickwork is some type of symbology and maybe in a language that Yuki doesn't understand. And to be fair, none of you understand it. But you do see some clearly identifiable like symbols in there, and you do see what appears to be some type of outline of like what you would recognize as a canary,
Hmm.
right? At that bend in the left that goes past the room that Garmy was kept in. But yeah, that's the only symbol you can recognize. Looks like a bird, but probably a canary or something like that. Sparrow, starling, but there's a bird carved into it.
Okay, somebody write that
But it's
down.
like faded, it's like it's ancient, but it's faded. Everybody's like, fuck, this cartography shit sucks. How did people sail across the world and do this crap?
I know,
Seriously.
right?
It's just a
Carved
long.
into the wall where that corner is, you can see this little like symbol looks like a canary.
And you said the walls are starting to look more like ruins, right?
Correct. It's no longer at this point. It's no longer like carved rock. It's like literally looks like somebody brought and built bricks somehow, either through magic or through a bunch of labor.
Okay. How is the width of the tunnel still, or the hallway still the same as?
Correct. They're very uniform there, and they're approximately 10 feet across.
Wow. Okay.
Let's push forward. I think we'll just keep heading this way for now. I don't see any reason to change paths. Plus,
I
I'm
wish I-
pretty sure this is the way they took the prisoners.
New text.
We have text boxes now.
How are you doing this?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
If only I could edit this. Hold
How
on.
are you doing this, Husher?
Through
Through his DM powers.
the DM
so
powers.
we can't do this.
I don't think so. I might be
Okay.
able to.
Okay.
I don't think so.
That's okay.
This is where you came in at the entrance. I would name this the G spot, but TOS.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna put G. There's a G here. This is where Garmy was. Right, Garmy's right there. That's where Garmy escaped from. So, because you can
I'm
never
such a
fucking
child.
find it. Am I right? You can never find it. All right. So then we've got the so okay. So so you want to take that left bend,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the,
So the
is that the
tunnel-
only way to go, right?
Unless you want to backtrack and go a different direction.
We have two other paths we could explore.
I say we just press forward since we're here already and just see if this goes on even further or if it reaches a dead end.
Yeah.
Correct. So just past the bend, about 20 feet up, you see an open sort of archway on the right. So we're just gonna kind of try to keep this small so the page doesn't go on forever. So right about. See if there's a way I can do this. There's like a little room right here.
Okay.
And
But it's an
so
open
there's an
archway. There's no door. Yeah, there's no door on this.
Is there any lighting inside?
It is dark as hell in here.
Okay, we're gonna need one of you elvish people to come and take a peek.
Is there any like writing around the frame of this archway?
None that you can see. No.
Any specific smell that's different?
It just smells kind of like faint and musty, like old, right? I mean, obviously the ruins kind of also have that same smell, but it just smells like kind of musty and like a little bit rancid, but
Yeah.
not overpoweringly so. Not like
Are there-
silent, suddenly poison kind of, gross.
Are there carvings in there too?
Well, do you want to go into it or you want to stand outside? It's up to you. I mean, you could try to peek up, looking like, you could peek up, go stealth. Ooh, what could it be? But your passive perception does not, you don't hear anything at this point in time.
Are there any traps or anything?
I mean, you can roll for perception.
One of y'all with better perception or investigation.
Wow.
You don't notice anything that looks out of the ordinary. It looks like an archway.
Like this rock appears to be made of stone. Okay.
So as you approach and peek in, you just notice this kind of smell, like this old musty sort of smell, and sort of like rotten kind of smell. And you find what appears to probably be an old storeroom. There's like kegs pushed up against the wall. The eastern side of it, so the right side of the rectangle, is just kind of like collapsed rubble where it's kind of caved in a little bit. But it looks like it's just a small room about 15 feet by 15 feet, give or take. But it looks like it probably could be secure, right? But it's just an archway, no door.
Nothing magic in there since I have that thing.
You sense nothing magical in this room, no.
Okay.
And you do
What's the
see that as
ceiling?
you...
Ceiling is
I'll-
intact?
Yeah, but the eastern wall's kind of crumbled because you're inside of like a mountain cave, right? So like, but it's kind of like there's been like a little landslide. The wall's kind of collapsed, so it's just kind of rubble. Is this where the drow pop out? Assassins. No drow assassins. So I'm trying to make you feel comfortable.
So we just keep going?
Is there no other pathway here? It just at dead ends in this room, or does it keep? Or the hallway keeps going past it?
I thought the prisoners were down this way somewhere.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right, so this... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back to my drawing time, baby. So, oh my god, give me the mouse cursor. Give me the... I gotta move this over, hold on. So this continues to go up to where it appears to open it, where it appears...
So
it
there
goes
is
up about
one more.
another 20... about 40 feet ahead of you. It opens up into a larger space.
I have to let Gimli out. I'll be right back.
Yeah, take your time.
Just like a large open room.
Well, that's what you could see. You don't see anything beyond it. But it just appears to like open up into a larger space, but you can't see detail because you got a lantern. You'd have to approach closer to see what's inside of the room. You know what I mean?
Can we see what's in there?
I mean, if you want to creep up, like... Still a doorway, man. If you're like 40 feet from a doorway, you could probably see that it's a bigger room inside because, it's no longer a hall, but you can't see off to the sides, right? So you'd have to creep up closer.
Okay.
Mother trucker all like, I'm gonna throw my fucking tactical camera down the hall. Tell me what's in that room. My
Question:
drone out.
My
Wow.
RC car.
Can Steven see in the dark?
Well, actually, lizards are very nice in caves, and New here pops out of my beard,
New here.
and then he crawls up out of my hands, and I walk over to like the side of the cave wall, and he walks off my hand and walks straight up the wall until he's on the ceiling, and then he walks across the ceiling into the room, and then Garmi's eyes go white, and so Garmi can't see or anything that's happening right here, and he just watches through New Here's eyes as New Here goes in the room from the ceiling as a very, very tiny lizard.
All right, I'm just looking at this real quick before I I'm also trying not to skip too far ahead since
Yeah.
It's fine.
she's looking at... Oh man, I'm gonna have to...
And as a lizard, I do have a climbing speed and dark vision, so yay.
How far
know,
is a lizard's dark vision?
30 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably 30 feet, right?
Not quite as great as Garmi's, but it's still dark vision. Still better than Yuki.
Gee, thanks.
I may use this time to do some shit, well, since we have a moment.
Oh, how many times can you use that invisibility spell?
Once without using a spell slot, and then 3 more times using a spell slot.
Okay.
I think it's once without a spell slot.
Okay, what happened?
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
I can do it once without a spell slot, and then technically 3 more times using my spell slot. But that's my highest level spell, so I'd rather save that for Shatter, so I can
New
turn
things.
enemies to jello.
We just sent Garmy's lizard in to peek inside a room.
From the ceiling.
And now we're waiting on the results.
Yeah, we were waiting for you to come back. I was just doing something else. What in the world? I'm breaking this up.
We hear the Mission Impossible theme start playing.
This is not cooperating with me. Oh, this is why. This will not be, when we get to this point, this will not be perfect. So just,
That's okay.
All right. So we have moved forward, and you sent New here, and do you want to know what you see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Inside this room? New here passes back to you that it appears to be a large room with a couple of daises. It's approximately 45 feet by 45 feet, give or take. I mean, there's some irregularities in the walls because while it is kind of paved, there are still pieces of stone. Appears to be some type of mess hall. And you identify several. New here tells you there's several people inside of this room.
The people, since I could see through his eyes, are they look like the raiders? Do they look like prisoners?
I would say they look like raiders.
Okay.
So I repeat,
Wearing
big
pieces of
room,
white
about
fur armor.
45 feet by 45 feet. There are approximately how many? How many raiders do I see? Probably
5.
There's about 5 raiders. I don't see where they have the prisoners, but there's an altar. If we can sneak up on them.
There's a couple
We
of
could take
raised
'em.
daises, but it looks like it's like been used as a mess hall. There's some like a couple of long tables in the middle.
There's food too. I could eat.
I like food.
And New here sees at least two other ways into this room. At least.
There might be other ways into the room if we want to try another path to get here, or there could have backup coming from those places. So keep that in mind too. I'll follow y'all's lead.
I
Try
mean,
to
do
hold
they
back my big
seem?
spells for.
Do they seem like they're gonna be in there for a while?
Are they just eating?
Looks like they're having lunch.
There's a couple of them eating, probably walking around, chit-chatting. Having a good old time, talking about what it's like to go kidnap people and crap. Bring them back into dark, scary dungeons.
Henchman's break room. Henchman's break room. What it looks like.
Half of me is saying we should just leave them there and let them enjoy their lunch and not make trouble. And then the other half of me is like, we should just kill them discreetly, like real quick.
We're gonna fight him anyway, probably.
I'd rather fight them now when it's just 5 of them than them coming up behind us.
Are we sure
Plus,
these
these
are the
aren't
only
good
ones?
guys.
We're sure that these are the only ones, though. I mean, I guess we are like far enough away from anything else to be safe if we do start an encounter.
Correct. You're still down the hall, right? So this room is like up here.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Then
perfectly
Steven
to
in.
scale with my sweet drawing skills. Oh, hang on, I'm in the wrong
I
tool.
don't
Hold
see
on.
anything.
That ain't working. Yeah, so the room is up here, right? Not to scale, right?
Yeah.
And sees at least one exit that
You
goes
eat.
kind of that way. One exit that kind of goes out that way.
Okay.
I can make you invisible, but I really only want to do that once. So if you want to save it, we could save it.
We
But
can
if
save
you
it.
want to go in there
we're gonna-
visibly.
If we're gonna fight these guys anyway, and then we can save it.
Do I hear Do I hear that you guys want to go up there and fucking go to fisticuffs? You want to reload your guns like Henry Cavill does when he gets into fights?
Want to sneak up on them, or
Yeah, Yuki's gonna sneak in. She's gonna take the sneak approach, and however the others decide to go in, she'll.
Make sure you turn your lantern off first.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
like it's a group stealth check to me to try to all sneak up on
Like,
him.
yeah, y'all gonna sneak in together? Like,
Brea's big ass tiptoeing.
Oh, wait.
Mhm.
Are there any raiders who happen to be like by themselves out of sight of the others?
not in that room at the time, no.
They're all just like in a small group?
Sitting around the two tables, right? The tables are about 5 feet apart, right? So they could sit at the tables, and there's like one guy walking around.
Okay.
If we can get them grouped up, I can blind them.
Will that also blind the... You said they had a few people in there that weren't raiders?
No, there's
Oh.
like
We
5
didn't see
raiders in
prisoners.
there.
Where did I
There's
hear?
5 raiders. We're looking for prisoners, but we haven't found them.
Blind the shit out of them.
I have
you
one
tell
idea.
'em- you show them that they punched you and you're not happy about it.
Yuki could send Steven in with this bell and just have him dingle it in like the center of the room, all invisible, and try to get them all grouped together. And then maybe Garmiki can blind them.
Or can we whip up a quick potion and have Steven just serve them?
Because he's a
Do you
butler.
have any poison?
Like, do you
Like,
have
If
any
some of them are
poison
eating, we can try to
vials?
I
poison
have
their
a
food.
poison dart and a poison dragon scorpion tail.
I mean,
Would it be?
Probably not be able to brew it into a potion right that quick. What do you guys want to do? As you ponder your options, you see that some of them look like they're gathering their weapons and throwing their plates into the corner.
Hurry.
We do
Sneak-
still
let's
have the
sneak up
armor.
and just go for it.
You do have a set of armor, but because you mended Garmi's clothes, right? So you didn't actually give him that armor to try to like put on his little gnome body that's made for
Wait,
like
armor?
a 6-foot-tall man.
I have new boots. I don't have armor. I don't think I can wear armor mostly.
No, and this is mainly decorative, like armor. It's a costume. Think of it like a costume.
mostly just to cover them, you know.
Since when did
I
we
mean,
get a gnome?
somebody could wear it in there and get them grouped up. I mean,
Well, let's just. I don't want to waste time. They're gonna see us if they come.
just
this
go.
way.
Go.
Okay,
Go,
we
go.
rolling for initiative, or
Steven?
are we just taking
Or
the
us?
first shot?
We will. I'm
Are we
going to.
stealthing?
I'm going to do it right now. What are you guys going to do?
Are we stealthily trying to go into this room to get the jump on them?
Or are we going with the blind idea?
You know what we could do is we could go back into that other room that had like, well, but what if they leave out of one of those other hallways?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I say we all try to be sneaky.
So-
All right.
Stealth checks, all around. I love it. I love it.
We all rolling stealth check. Okay.
Everybody?
We're all trying to sneak up on them.
You're all trying to sneak.
What if I don't sneak up on them and I just stay really far back because I can't, because I have a lot of range with my bow?
I have a
Garmy, the
cross-
fucking illusion over here, chameleon.
Well, I
Brea's
be-
like,
Tree!
I'm stealthy. Sorry, what was that, Taylor? Well,
Would I be able to stay outside the room and shoot in and still be stealthed? Like, not
Maybe
necessarily be stealth, but like not have to pass a stealth check?
yeah, you don't have to go with them.
Okay.
You could sit outside you could stay further back. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we've got 2 stealth checks. Garmy's a fucking illusion, like a chameleon. Brea totally not. I mean, here's the thing, right? You roll a 3, your character doesn't know you roll a 3, so you're kind of like, I think I'm stealthed, guys. Meanwhile, she's like banging bells and pots and pans together.
What it serves as a distraction for everyone else. They're paying attention to Brea, and we can sneak.
I'm gonna have Yugi just kind of stealth along the wall instead of going directly in. I don't know where the others went. Do I still roll a stealth check for that, or?
If you're gonna try to get in line of sight of these guys and be stealthy, you need to roll a stealth check.
Gotcha.
Nice.
An illusion, also, you would feel very confident. You feel very confident that you actually know how to be stealthy. Meanwhile, Brea's over there. It's like,
I feel like the only reason we were so
Like-
stealthy is because Brea's just getting all their attention.
I know, right?
You're hiding behind
Alright,
Brea,
so-
really.
So now we're gonna roll for initiative. We're gonna do this.
Hey.
Let me drag your character tokens here. So we got. I'm just gonna slap you on the map, right? Carouse, you're just gonna be there, but I know you're in the hall. I just didn't draw a hall. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this for you. Boom. I'm just not. I didn't draw a hall, so forgive me. You've got Yuki being a ghost over here in the darkness, and then
So can
Brea's
I
like, "What's
place
up,
myself
guys? I'm
where I expect
stealthy."
to?
Why is it black and white again?
Yeah,
That's where
because it's dark
dark.
vision. It's still dark in here.
Oh, okay. They were having lunch in the
Wait, they were
dark?
eating in the dark?
I never said they were all human.
Oh, I mean, true. Still weird, but true. Wait, can I only see my tile, or is my tile the only one currently there?
You are. Are you wearing your
You don't-
lantern? Because if you're wearing your lantern, you're stealthy, so you're gonna need to wear your
You
monocle.
can't see.
I turned it. I turned the lantern off beforehand. Can I still use the monocle? I know I used it coming in.
Is that better? Oh, I should
Nope.
have. Hang on, let me fix it. Hang on. Interesting. Okay. Bam! Suddenly it was black and white vision, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Is this the monocle vision?
This is your monocle vision.
Got you.
So can we place ourselves where we've snuck if we had a good stealth roll?
Minus Brea, yeah.
I feel like I'm right where I need to be.
Brea came in the door and they're all like, "Huh?"
Off to
Could
the
I
left.
say that I've snuck all the way over here up behind this guy? Actually, let me
What
see.
is happening?
Trying to get some advantage there, are you?
Oh, initiative.
I need
But
to-
Caroused is still in the hallway. I just have you here because I didn't draw a hallway. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I know you're in the hall, so you would be probably like a little bit further down. So you could shoot the two guys like right here,
Yeah.
right here, very easily. These other three on the left would be more difficult.
Okay.
Let me roll. Well, let me roll a check to see if Garmy would have actually made it that far before Garmy got spotted, right? But
Oh, with
um,
with a natural 20 stealth check.
I mean, sticking around the outside of the wall, like 1, 2, I mean, 5, 10, 15, I mean, this should be to scale, right? So, like, that's 15 feet, 25 feet. Yeah. Say you could probably get there super stealthy. Somehow dude didn't notice you. Yeah, I'd
They're
say you
eating
can
their
move over
food.
there if you want.
You're like
Tiny.
army crawling on the floor.
I know, right? Just rolling like a little baby. He's just rolling his way over there. They don't notice. They think of a pile of rags.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right.
Oh dear God.
So, I'm skipping the two guys here at the top. They're not going to get a turn because they're surprised by your sudden entrance when fucking Brea comes through the door. So 2 of them will be surprised.
The ones at the top will be surprised.
Correct.
just
They're
said-
not going to
okay.
get. They're not going to get a turn. They're not going to get to do any actions this turn. They're surprised. I'm
Yeah.
considering them surprised.
25 feet. Okay.
So this guy's going to come down here. Excuse me. He's going to try to attack Brea.
Oh, shh.
But I'm a tree.
I know, right? I'm moving so slow. I'm imperceptible. Okay, well, yeah, we did our initiative roll, so we're good. All right. Yeah. So he go ahead and whiffs that. So the first guy super whiffed. Let me move this out of the way so I can see it. And now it is Yuki's turn.
I have advantage, right? Because of the stealth check?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot. I don't think they know about Garmy. I'm gonna shoot this guy over here.
Okay.
I just want to use my crossbow one time.
Use that hand crossbow. You pay money for it. That's good. That's good cash. That's good cash gold. Good cash gold.
Oh Lord.
I have a
Or-
quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Just kidding.
I got my
Sorry.
hopes up, and then
Well, my question would, I would have to be standing next to Yuki for it to work, because they have a poison dart. I don't know if that's something that she could
Throw
use in her crossbow.
It's something dart you can just throw.
yeah,
Okay.
dart is thrown.
Okay.
A crossbow uses a bolt.
Yeah, that's why yeah.
It's a good question. It's a good question. Yeah. So you hit. Yuki hits.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Nice.
And I got
Nice.
7 plus sneak attack damage. is 2d6. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, so your hand crossbow, you crank it back, whap, you shoot that guy as he's standing up, and he just takes it like right in the upper chest. You know, he bends over, heavily wounded. Screams something terrible at you and probably about your family too.
Wait,
He's just
which one?
This one.
I
He
shot
shot
the guy
this one.
way in the
wow.
back.
Nice aim. I'm just gonna think that because they don't know I'm here yet.
Garmy, it's your turn. You gonna get some payback for being beaten as a prisoner? You going for that?
Well, I'm not actually gonna do any damage with this.
Oh, it's like Thunder Wave. Thunder
Color
Wave.
spray.
I don't actually have Thunder Wave. But 15-foot cone should get these 3.
Yep.
And it doesn't actually do damage.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
But 38 if starting with this guy in front of me who's right in my face, if he has 38 or less hit points, he's blind. And the remainder goes to the 2 in the back.
Well, then it's you count their hit points for each, right? So
Yeah.
whatever his hit points is,
Or whatever's
and I
left.
whatever's left, I count to the next guy and then the next guy, right?
Yeah.
So.
Blind. Oh, right.
There you go. You should
So
be
I
able to
do
see the
that.
blind icon, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So then I am going to use my 30 feet of movement. He can make an attack of opportunity at disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage. Yeah. We're gonna do that real quick. Give me a second here. Yeah, he totally does not hit you. That dude totally is like mother
15,
swinging around the dark.
25, 30.
So this guy isn't blinded.
That guy is not blinded.
Okay.
I'll say he
What?
cured a punch me. And that's my turn.
Do we-
Carouse, it's your turn.
Do we know what they are if they're not human?
They're humanoid,
Oh.
but in the dark, I would say that you could detect that they have pointy ears.
I remove that template that I put.
Yeah, that's a weird one. That template is from the measurement tools, if I recall.
Yeah, it put down automatically, and previously I've been able to remove them, but this one won't let me. There you go. Wouldn't even let me select it.
Boundary's a fickle mistress. All right, Carouse, it's your turn. You can easily attack the first 2 that you can see in front of you because
Yeah.
you're still back behind the door, or you can move into the room.
I'm just gonna stay where I am in the hallway, attack this guy. And I'm going to... Gosh darn it. I'm gonna go with my sharpshooter. Hopefully.
Which one are you attacking? I'm sorry, I didn't see.
The one closest
one by
to
Brea?
me here. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my magical bow job. And I am doing
Magical bow
sharpshooter
job
with
and-
that.
name.
Magical bow job and the G-spot, all in one game, folks. You've seen it here first on Twitch. You hit.
Okay, so damage plus sharpshooter. So that's 17 damage. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Arrow just whizzes past his Carouse and just one-shots him like right in the eye. He just pitches
Ooh.
over. Muerte.
Beautiful.
Do you want to do anything else? Do you want to move or do anything else on your turn?
I'll move a bit farther, like closer to the door, so I'm like right
just
in line
outside of
with
it,
the
so you
door. Yeah.
So you can see the whole room? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's gonna stumble around and he's gonna make it to about here before he stops because he doesn't know what's in front of him because he's fucking blind as shit.
Could he ever attack one of his own people? Is that possible?
I mean, they're probably yelling at each other, right?
Okay.
I'm blind, I can't see shit. What about you, Bob? Something like that.
Bob.
So this guy's gonna move up. We're gonna move Dead Boy out of the way, and he's gonna move up and he's gonna attack Brea. Because,
Dead
like, she's
Boy.
the closest. She's the closest.
My
Now, this guy did get
tree.
hit by the crossbow bolt, so he's wounded, but he's got
If
a
there's
scimitar.
a
And he's
person that's... I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, you're fine.
If there's a person that's dead there, would that be difficult terrain?
I mean, normally no, unless it's like a pile of bodies. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I don't know,
What if
Garmy. Have
there's
you
an
ever?
excess
I've
of
normally just played
blood?
that it's not.
I've never ruled that they are.
Yeah, I would.
No.
Yeah, there's just it's
Okay.
just a body that they like. Hey, Bob, I'm sorry you're dead. And they just fucking step all over you. Like it
Oh,
sucks for
wow.
you.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So he misses because he's terrible at his job.
A sucker.
Yep. And now it's Bray's turn.
Oof.
It's earthquaking time.
Oh, baby.
Please, God, don't let me roll a 3.
What's wrong with rolling a 3?
She'll miss.
She'll just miss.
Oh,
Oof.
why? But why a 3 out of everything?
Because that's what I rolled last for initiative.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha.
Get all the bad rolls out of the way first. Oh, your stealth roll. Yeah, your stealth roll of 3. The 3. Yeah, so you girthquake the shit out of him, and I mean he was already pretty heavily wounded, so he is dead. He screams in anguish as he falls to the floor. And now, yeah, boom. Now it's this other guy's turn. What's the rules for blinded? Is it just a DC or is it just fade after time?
It'll turn away once it's the end of my next turn.
Next turn,
It'll
right?
no longer
Yeah.
be
So
blind.
yeah, so this one. So this guy's gonna stumble, but he can't really move because he's leaned up against the table and he knows where that's at. So he's gonna stay where he is. And now it is Yuki's turn.
Okay, Yuki's gonna take advantage of this guy over here.
Yeah, that dude who can't see anything. Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I blinded him.
There we
So
go.
you could do that.
Blind and run away.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
And
you got a
then-
natural 20.
Oops, I rolled the wrong thing. And then sneak attack damage. Hold on.
And
I'm
he's
sorry.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
With a
Oh, never
natural
mind.
20 in that, yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
with your
just,
crit damage, he's dead.
then I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement. How far did I move up here? Okay, use the rest of my movement to just move over here in front of Garmy, and end my turn there.
Okay. Garmy, you're up.
Nice.
You can use that chromatic orb. You have so much luck with it. He's
No,
like,
I don't
"Son
want to
of a
use
bitch."
up any more spell slots when this is starting to be wound up already. I'm going to take aim at the blind one still. Actually, no. I mean, this guy's right in front of me. I'm just going to target this guy and just zap him.
It's still really wild to me that we're doing all this in the dark.
I mean, elves. Why would you burn it? Why would you burn it if you weren't human? You don't need to.
Oh,
Drow don't run around
goodness.
with a bunch of Drow don't run around.
I'm just
Well,
imagining Yuki with her monocle, like the classiest rogue you've ever seen. Now, how I say, a cup of tea.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Does that answer? Does my shaking the head answer everything? Like, no. All right, Kraus, it's your turn. It's your turn.
All right, we're gonna go against this guy. Actually, if I went against this guy, would it be advantage? Because he's blind.
No, he's no longer blind.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
because Garmy's turn just went. So yeah, good.
so
good,
I'll
good
go
catch.
against the guy that's closest to everyone.
See, I'm honest.
How in the hell? Hang on, I'm trying
Unless
to turn
it would
the
be,
shit.
would it be easier for everyone else to get to this other guy?
I mean,
I don't know
he'll-
what
You have
like
the
in
best
movement.
range
Mm-hmm.
of all of us.
So I'll just go to this guy then. I'll attack that one with my magical bow job. No sharpshooter this time. Oh, I should have done sharp. I got a 26 attack roll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even have to guess on that one. Like,
For
yeah.
damage
you
is
hit.
a 7.
Which guy was it for?
The one
This
in the
guy?
back here.
The one in the back. This guy back here.
Yes. Dang.
Yeah, you hit him. I mean, it hurts, but he's still alive. His
Yeah.
turn order's messed up because I accidentally fucking disconnected him from the fight. So, oops. I don't remember where he was. I think we're gonna be fine. There's only 2 of them alive. All right. Brea, your turn.
I think I'm just gonna throw thunder at that guy.
There you go. This guy's not disappearing. Oh yeah, go ahead. Thunder. Feel the thunder. Bump, bump, bump this. I mean, you definitely
Wait,
hit
maybe
him.
this.
He is hit. You attacking the front guy?
Yeah.
Right, the closer one?
Yeah.
I mean, you hit him like dead on, like right. Axed him. You asked him a question, and he failed to respond. All right, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. What in the hell? Okay, hold on. There we go. They somehow got removed. We're not gonna. I'm just gonna leave their turn order. I'm not gonna go dick around their turn orders because it's got all goofed up. All right. So Bray's turn. So Cultist goes. Sorry about that for the technical error. This guy just got axed, so he's gonna come over here because he doesn't like getting asked a question. And we're gonna. He's gonna attack Brea. And he is terrible at his job, but he hits. Hits you for 7. The second guy, let's see, let's see, that's difficult terrain. Let's see if we're gonna do this. 15 feet away, 30 feet. So if he comes leaping across these tables, screaming "La parkour," and he's gonna go ahead. La parkour. He's a French elf, okay? And he's gonna take.
God.
He's gonna take a swing at. Yuki.
Thank you.
And he misses.
Oh, thanks.
All right, Yuki, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna attack this guy. I was gonna be all like extra about it. We're just gonna hit him.
Based.
Attack normal.
You definitely hit.
Nice.
Nice.
And then we're just gonna use the 2-weapon fighting and try to hit him with the second weapon. Dear God, never mind. I'll take it back.
It's all right because he died with your first hit.
Oh, okay.
Woo-hoo.
So, yeah, you slam it right into his chest, and he just goes down gurgling, like
I'm
a
gonna
murloc in World of Warcraft.
I'm gonna yell like, how do you like that? You mess with our friends, you get the whole party.
Oh, he took an arrow before. I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, he got hit before. All right, it is Garmi's turn. There's one left. You gonna let that mini-me?
Finish him.
This guy is already looking pretty hurt, right?
Yes, this guy is significantly injured. He's having problems breathing, right? He's kind of limping.
Not gonna waste magical energy.
Let's go beat the shit out of him with your stick. You hit with your Ray of Frost.
And I'm gonna, as I hit, I'm gonna start walking forward, and I'm like gonna have it concentrated on him, and hopefully, oh damn!
I mean, you iced up his Arctic little weather armor, but he's still alive.
I still
now,
walk forward like this. I'm trying to hurt
Like
him
a-
more with it, but
like
I didn't do much.
like a battle gnome of ancient gnome gone. Okay. All right.
So next.
All right, Cross, it's your turn. You can see this guy from the doorway that you're hanging out by.
I'm gonna step forward. This dude fucked with the wrong group. We're gonna dual wield.
Okay, 2-weapon fighting. Got it.
Yeah. First with spite.
And second with
Did that not hit?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
No,
I
it
hit?
didn't. I'm just kidding. No,
Oh.
no, you didn't.
And second with
Sorry.
twin of spite, who hopefully is not too much of a twin.
Hopefully.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh,
Okay.
Hey!
So Twin of Spite hits. Yeah.
oh, we know which
2-weapon
There we
fighting,
go.
even
I
without
will take
the
that.
well, remember with 2-weapon fighting, you don't get to add
The
Whatchamacallit.
proficiency.
your proficiency, but you still hit him regardless. So, all right, and
So
yeah,
that's
he's
the
super
plus
dead.
4, so it's just 5, right?
So he's super dead.
Ah, okay, I understand.
Okay. Handled
Cuckoo.
After they're dead, as Garmy was still going forward and the fight's over, he starts beating this one with his staff.
Remember
Beat the
that
shit
one
out of him.
specifically. You're like that fucking elf bastard right there.
I'm gonna like walk over to Garmy and put my hand on his shoulder and say, "It's okay. It's okay. You made your point. We don't need to."
One gave me a bloody nose.
What? A blood? And then I kind of like kick him and say, "That's for you."
I'm gonna search the bodies, but as I go to do that, I want to like step dead in the chest of the one that just died.
So you hear the bones crunch under your feet because you're a fucking savage. And you find 75 gold pieces and 62 silver pieces.
Yuki's not feeling so bad anymore about killing that guy behind the building.
D2 silver.
And if you want to roll perception, one of you, whoever wants to roll perception, please do.
One of the elves.
One of the
You're-
not Yukis, is that what I heard? Can I get a
Yeah.
not Yuki roll?
They both have better perception, so I just
Me or
leave it to them.
Euchre?
My
Tell me what you
perception's
roll because
only
I'm stepping
plus
away
2.
for a second.
You go, Brea.
Ooh.
Hey,
Nice.
So what did you roll? What was the number?
22.
22, baby.
Natural 19.
Eh.
So as you're searching the room, you see that there's 2 exits to the north. And as you approach it to investigate, you see a canary symbol that appears to be carved into the stone above the door.
Another canaries.
The other door does not have a canary symbol, but you also feel a faint tug of magic to the north through the door with the canary symbol
The canary symbol was on the left.
on the right.
On the right.
And you also detect up that hallway some spatters of blood and that are smeared on the wall and have been and dripped onto the floor. It appears dried but relatively fresh.
Do we know
Yeah,
why the
Yuki's-
canary symbol? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do we know why the canary symbol would be important?
You don't right
I don't
now,
think so.
no.
Is there
Yuki's just
any?
gonna point out that she saw that same symbol as they were heading down the previous hallway that they made the left turn on, and that she feels like it might be of importance. And plus, if there's blood down there, it could potentially be leading to their leader. So before we go down there, she just wants to make sure everyone's like prepared. We don't really know what to expect.
So do we want to check the non-bloody side first?
Yeah, we could always do that.
You said you felt magic this way, Brea?
Yes.
Your magic detection skills, still astounds me.
Is there any extra
I
food?
say we go towards the magic.
Are there potatoes?
Was there any extra food?
Oh yeah, there's food here. Does any look good?
I was just thinking, Femel's probably hungry. We could bring something back for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
Hopefully
you
I
find
don't
some
eat it on the way
food
back.
you find some food that you could eat. It would really only fill you for a day's worth of ration, just some like, roasted chicken and, salted pork, some things like that. But there's not a lot of it to go around. Some of it's not chewed on, so it's probably safe to not get, cooties from.
We should. I mean, the blood trail is probably important. Might need to check that out. But if we can grab a bite while we walk, I just want to look for like a roll or something, like a snack. Nothing
question.
heavy.
I'd say that there's some dried hardtack and bread that you could have. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Does everyone have red blood?
Good question.
Good
I mean, that's a
question.
good question.
Holy crap.
I think there
I
are
would-
some races that
I
have
know.
like specifically written other blood type, but
I would say you would identify this blood most likely as common from a person or an elf or some type of like orcs probably have like green blood or some shit. I have to go look, but
Ooh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
I would
Cool.
say that this is most likely some type of humanoid, like an elf or a human or something like that. Probably a dwarf, right? Something like that.
maybe follow the blood. So the blood does not go down the canary path. It's
No,
Yeah.
it does. They go to the same
Yeah,
place.
same
on the
hall.
right hand
Oh.
side. Yeah, the both hallways kind of go off to the north, but one has that canary symbol, and there's blood that tracks down that hall, and the left
the
one doesn't
canary
have any
seems
type of.
important.
Yeah,
Plus
the other
blood.
one kind of looks like an exit or entrance.
I vote for following blood and canaries.
Okay.
Oh, have we been in
Bloody
this?
canaries? I love that drink. I love to go out and get a bloody,
Bloody
canary every
canaries.
now and then.
I'm gonna
have
have
we
that
been in
drink
this,
next week.
cavern for over an hour now?
Yeah, I'd say you've been in the caverns for more than an hour for sure.
Oh, okay. So Steven just disappears. He invisibly waves goodbye.
Bye, Steven.
Do you need to turn
Rip, Steven.
your lantern back on?
Rip,
Because
Steven.
Your monocle probably
Yeah,
doesn't work
so-
anymore.
So if I draw,
If we're about to go down the hallway, I don't want the light to be on.
here's your little Twitter symbol. This stream not sponsored by Elon Musk, right? So here's your little canary symbol, and the blood goes off that way.
I'm just gonna like offer Yuki a shoulder since her monocle doesn't work anymore and she wants to keep her light off, so she can like follow me as we go down this hallway.
Need a piggyback ride?
Or that.
I mean,
I'm just into carrying everybody.
She thinks about it. She's like, well, you know what? Save that.
So as you travel up this hall, you come into a large room that's mostly empty. There's a couple of pillars that are just large stone blocks that reach up to the ceiling about 20 feet above you. Excuse me. And in the middle of between these two pillars is a shimmering in the air that is about 8 feet tall, 5 feet wide. But when you look into it, everything on the other side seems to warp, and you can't really tell what you're seeing on the other side of this shimmering air. But it does not appear to be the room that you're in, as if it is a magic portal. You would know that this would be a magic portal without me making you roll like Arcana. This is some type of teleportation portal
And
shimmering in the air between these pillars.
Must have been what Garmy felt.
Does
through.
the other entrance lead to this room, or?
I don't know. You want to go back and explore? Or you want to go through the cool portal?
Oh, I mean, I just want to look to the other side of the room.
No, it's just there's only one entrance into this room from the way you came. There's no other way out of this room. There's just this shimmering air that looks like, imagine sort of like the black hole of Interstellar, right? The air's warped
That's
around
exactly
it, but
what I was thinking about.
you can't see any detail really on the other side. But it's obviously when you look at it, the glimpses of what you see appear to be some type of dark cavernous area, but you don't see. It's obviously the other side of it. When you look through it, is not the room that you're in. And as you walk around the room, you get the same view as you walk around the portal. That this will take you to a place that is not the room that you're in.
Can we throw a
Garmy,
really
without
big rock
hesitation,
in?
runs up to the portal and is looking at it from every angle. He's taking out a journal and sketching a picture of it and making notes and studying it very closely.
Is this a
And you
portal where
see-
we can like put a finger in and the rest of us is still in the room and our fingers teleported? Or
I was
is
gonna
this-
say, Brea
or-
throws like a piece of meat or something.
If someone reaches out to touch it, I stop them.
So if we touch it, we're gone.
Maybe. I don't know what type of portal this is. There's several types from my studies. That there are types where if you just happen to step close enough to it, teleported. There's
And you
some
can
that
see-
if you touch it, it would rip your body apart.
How does that
So
work if I
there's
were to
that
send
too.
my arty through?
Well, I mean,
If you don't mind him being torn apart by torsion forces, that
Well, that's
if
not
we don't quite understand it,
like what would happen?
you would not be able to communicate with him.
Okay.
He couldn't telepathically tell
That's
you
the
anything. It would
question
take you.
I
It would
was
take him
asking.
too far in distance for you to be able to.
and
But you do see
and
on the
if we
floor.
don't know where this portal goes or if it's safe, and it could just hurt him.
We
traveling
still
through.
have Fimmel to think about, though. I don't want to be teleported somewhere and then.
I recommend for this we send my familiar. We send New here, because I can resummon him if need be.
Yeah, his summons and disappears. Yours, on the other hand, I just knocked to 0 HP, and you got to figure out the mystery of what the fuck happened to it. So, if something happens to New here, he just casts basically, and it's like, hey, my familiar, I got a new familiar again. But you do see on the floor spatters of blood, bits of cloth. Some of the blood fresher than others, where probably people who were injured were taken through this portal.
New here, who's still been traveling along the ceiling this entire time, suddenly just drops and lands on top of my head, licks his eyeball.
Because why not? Right? I try to do it all the time. It sucks. I'm bad at it.
And I pick him up, and I hold my hand out as close to the portal as I can without touching it. And my eyes go white as I look through his eyes, and he just tumbles and then jumps off my hand.
You said that injured people have gone through this. Is that their injured people or just injured people like Garmy and Femel?
I
we
would
know?
say that you would need to roll a survival check.
Or my lizard.
No. To understand, or maybe even I'll allow an insight check, whichever you would prefer.
I mean, I'm proficient in survival.
I'm +3 survival.
You could do an investigation check. I'm sorry, what did I say? Insight. You could say I could say investigation or insight. I'll take either one.
Fuck.
Don't worry, I set the
yay, that's
difficulty
a 9.
less. I mean, you got to remember, like your roll isn't really determined if it's high or low. It's determined by what I set the difficulty to be. So, as you investigate these blood smears, you see that the way that they are laid out over the ground is that something injured, or many things that were injured and bleeding, were moved through the portal to the other side. They did not come out of the portal going the other direction where you came from. Because you could tell by the drips of blood and the way it falls. Like if you have a teardrop that falls at an angle right as you're walking, like inertia will cause it to make a different shape versus if it falls straight down.
Yeah.
And with your sweet ass tracking skills, you realize that this blood is telling you that people were moved through that portal and bleeding as they did it. But you don't know who it is. It's just some type of reddish blood.
So they're living, is what you're saying.
I mean, dead things don't bleed. I guess they just drip. But yeah, I mean, they were probably living when they went through the portal. I mean, so Garmy, do you want to know what New here has discovered? Is that what we're doing?
If I can still see through his eyes, then yes. If I can't
there a range
see through
on
his
that?
eyes,
Is there a range
there
on that?
is, but you could always say the portal is screwy and the other side being close enough to the portal that it's within 100 feet because it's just through a portal that's right there. But if not,
think about how this is laid out. Yeah, you see. I mean, at the edge of your vision, you see that New here sees a large cavernous room, yards across, that leads off into the darkness. He still sees these blood spatters, right? He can see the blood spatters that lead deeper into this large cavern.
And if New here turns around, can he see the portal as if he could go back?
No.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, that one's gone.
So
that doesn't mean that there's not a way out. It just means that the way
mean,
out is not the same way in.
Does that mean he's old
this
here?
portal is one way.
Vintage here?
I still think we need to rescue these people. There's blood.
New here and old
I
there.
think we need to rescue them. But if we jump through here, we're going to have to find another way back. I still think it's worthwhile.
What about Femel and the other rooms and the loot?
I don't want to.
Because of magic or because of.
I want to keep a couple of things in mind here too, right? And Yuki has a lawful good alignment, right? So if Yuki, I'm just thinking out loud, right, for character motivation, Femel, Iria,
I know that's what I was
hurt
thinking.
people, right?
That's what I said
Lesser evil,
earlier.
like.
We should get him back first. He's still in the room.
It's been a little while.
But is one life worth multiple lives?
It's
from a lawful good perspective.
There's at least several prisoners. I mean, one person versus many.
And the only reason that New here just has limited dark vision, right? So New here just sees like, hey, I'm in this bigger room, but it just means that the exit isn't 30 feet from New here, right?
Yeah.
And you'll still be within range for your alarm spell. So you would still know if somebody goes down that hall.
I say we do like a speed run, go and look in that room, go and look in that other hallway that connected to the room behind us, like really fast, see if there's anything.
Can we just say Yuki dashes, just like the whole way, just like?
Oh, you want to go through the other north doorway?
Just
like
to take
really
a quick
fast.
peek.
Are we staying here while you dash?
Sounds dangerous, but is there some way I could contact you guys in case I do find anything dangerous?
I go invisibility on you without a spell slot.
Oh, nice. Okay,
and that will last for until you cast a spell or cast until you do an attack or cast
Or
a
cast a
spell, or
spell.
for 1 hour. So try to avoid attacking, but hunt, explore, be quick.
Okay, so just real quick,
Fine.
Yuki just takes off invisible, got her, muffling shoes on, dashes down the hallway. She takes a quick look, and do I need to roll anything, or what does she find?
No, so what you find is a moderately a 10 by 10 bedroom, right? There's like a table, chair, bed, a single bed that seems to be well kept. A candlestick, and you find as you go through and you look on the bed, there's a couple of sets of the white armor and some like ladies' clothes, like a dress, something like that are just tossed onto the bed.
Let's take that candlestick. I know.
dress.
That old dude said that they stole some from him.
Sure, and that maybe this person needs light, so a candlestick might make sense, right? But yeah, so that's all you find in there is just a couple sets of the fur armor, some women's clothes like dresses, and just a normal bedroom. It's not anything special. I'd say it would be modest at most. I know you don't understand why you see women's clothes in this room. It all comes together. I promise.
Was there an attractive lady in here at some point in time? Now, the only other
Only
question
you.
on my mind
Juliana's closet.
is like,
God damn it, Juliana!
what about all these other points that we didn't explore down here?
Are
I
you
don't
sure
know.
you want to go do that when you're running off by yourself? I'm gonna ask you
No.
that question.
Nah.
You are invisible.
You are
Well-
invisible, but you
You
might be
are.
out there for a while.
Nah, because I feel like it's too far gone at this point. I feel like if we're gonna jump through the portal, we just have to do it and try to end whatever's in there quickly, find the prisoners, or take care of business.
Since you're invisible, you should hold the lead.
Oh yeah.
If-
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. So Yuki comes back all the way in. She reports to everyone that she didn't find anything except for some ladies' clothing. And I'm just like looking through my inventory. Like, is there anything I can do to make sure I'm safe when I jump through here?
You're invisible.
I know. But
You're gonna go yeet yourself through the portal. I like your bravery.
I'm like thinking about attaching a rope to myself for you guys to hold on to. But oh yeah, I can't come back through the portal that way. How would that work?
Can I cast Hunter's Mark on Femel?
We'd have to go back and
You could
reopen the door.
Back, yeah. I mean, you could
Oh,
go
the door's
back and
locked.
open the. He'd have to unjam the lock, which is going to be more difficult than it was, but not
Right.
by much, right?
Well, Yuki, she yeets herself through the portal. Let's go.
Are you yeeting yourself through the portal?
Mhm.
All right.
I
well,
continue looking through
Even though we don't know how to get
New
back.
here to watch him arriving.
Did,
Or no, I won't see him arriving. He's invisible.
Are there any? Does New here see any canaries? Or does?
Oh, does New here see any canaries? Should I roll a perception check for my lizard?
I guess Yuki's
within
through
30
there, too,
feet,
though.
yes. I think New here could pick out on the floor the same faded symbol, just slightly larger, what appears to be a canary or bird of some kind.
Yes, there's a canary.
Oh dear God. Okay. So what are the rest of you guys gonna do? Do I see anything that New here
I'm
didn't see?
gonna wait and make sure I don't hear anything through Near here, and I'm gonna wait a minute, and then I'm gonna jump through.
Now
can I-
I'm going to activate this, and so you should be able to see your token, right?
Hold on. I don't see anything yet. It's loading.
freaking
Yeah,
out.
Freya
This is
would probably
crazy.
follow
immediately
behind Garmy.
Oh man.
Okay,
I, don't,
I see my
What
token.
about Femel?
It's very dark.
It is very dark.
It's still loading to me.
Well, yeah, it's a bit there. Let me update your token for you
Oh,
here.
can Garmy see me through New here?
No,
Wait,
you're
are we-
invisible.
You're invisible.
Nobody
is
can
it-
see you.
Duh. Okay, stupid question.
All right, now can you see when you click on your token, Yuki?
Oh yeah, now I can see.
All right, but they can't see anything. It's dark as shit for them because they're not here. Whoa,
Oh, sorry.
Chief! Like,
My
whoa,
bad. I was
Whoa.
just seeing
So
if I
you-
could move.
So you come into this like, because they're not gonna know. You gotta remember this. They haven't gone in, so
Yeah.
you only see what's happening, right? So you find yourself in this large cavernous room that has like apparently stone block floors. The ceilings soar above you 35, 40 feet. And if you want to measure it, I mean, this is pretty much the scale. Oops, if I bring the measurement tool out, because I am the dumb. Like, I mean, it's like 50 feet across, right? And you do see bits of blood, droplets of blood that lead deeper into this location. And as you take a few steps forward,
Oh.
right, this is why I want you to go slow. I'm trying to be cinematic as fuck here, okay, bro?
I just started dashing.
let me be cinematic and do cool. I spent time on this. Don't waste my coolness. And they're all like,
Cinematic?
what am I seeing? But unfortunately, you have no way to tell them what you've seen because you've gone through a portal. And New Here can see you, and New Here's like, hey, fuck, some lights just turned on up ahead of us. Some weird fairy lights and shit.
New Here can't see Yuki,
Yeah, but
he would see the
lights. He would see two lights on either side of this cavernous hallway open up and turn
Yuki
on.
must have done something. Lights just turned on.
Just blame me for it.
Is
Yuki's
she
gonna
safe?
hug the wall.
Is she
And-
safe?
I don't know. I can't see her.
New Here doesn't see
she's
any
invisible.
creatures attacking you. New Here doesn't see anything running out of the
There's
darkness.
nothing-
Or some shit.
Oh wait, I have an
attacking-
idea. Can I just leave ball bearings, just like to create like a little path to let them know where I've gone, where I am? New Here,
Sure,
and
or you could lay, if you have rope, you could lay your rope down, right? You could cut off a piece of your rope, like just 3 inches at a time and leave a little trail. You could do something like that, yeah.
I have 1,000 ball bearings. I'm gonna start
Let's
placing
go
these
ahead.
Well, it's ball bearings time, kids. We're
Wonderful.
playing marbles.
just one at a time. Oh, they're coming in right after me. Never mind. It might be unnecessary now.
We're
I mean,
gonna
are they-
wait a minute. Or did you say
I'm
you
not
were
going
jumping
in there.
New Here doesn't see anything coming out of the darkness, but New Here does see the lights pop on and shows that
Yeah.
these large soaring columns that go up. New Here did see the canary symbol that's faded into the ground, right?
Is there blood?
And he did see drops of blood and spatters of blood that lead deeper into this complex.
Is it just like one way? Or is it a big open...
When Yuki turns around, it's a blank ass stone wall.
It's just a wall. Yeah.
Just a wall. And your passive perception does not detect any type of hidden door. You could still roll could roll a perception check, see if you find anything.
Sure.
1,000 ball bearings, Jesus.
Dear God. Okay.
You're tapping it with your dagger. It doesn't sound hollow. Like it feels like a actual solid fucking door, like a solid wall. At least here.
So she's gonna start moving and just placing one single ball bearing like every 6 feet or so, while moving north. You let me know what's too far too soon. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's fine.
go-
You can
one-
hang on. I gotta switch my clicky. You can stop like right about here.
Okay. Well, we're gonna stay on this side of the wall just to.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, right there is fine.
Oh, okay.
Stop! Just boom, boom. 2 more fairy lights flicker on up above you, illuminating
Fairy
the room.
lights?
Well, as the lights
there's
come
no lantern.
on,
They're just like magical lights illuminating. Just ooh ah, cool music.
as
No,
the
is
lights
it
come on,
visible?
she goes
No,
closer
there's
to the
no.
wall.
It's just magical light, right? It
Oh,
doesn't. It has a source or an atom that it emanates from, but there's no like Yuki can look up and see there's like no lantern. There's just some fucking magical lights floating up above.
Would she still cast a shadow? Is this that type of invisibility?
Hey, I don't think you cast shadows with invisibility.
You're invisible.
You're invisible. Like light goes through
Straight.
you.
Now,
Straight through
if
me.
you were
Oh,
to
okay.
speak, New Here would hear you and could relay.
Oh. Well, so far nothing has been triggered, but she makes some pss, 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 pss sounds just to get New Here's attention. Let him know
New
where
Here
she
walks
is,
up to hearing the noise. He starts following you.
and that's what she's doing. She's gonna just like as she trails along the wall, just like maybe very very lightly tap one of her fingers behind her so that he can trail along. And
And Garmy sees that through the eyes. Something has yet attacked.
Yeah.
Just
So
a large
seems safe.
cavernous hallway with some cool lights that flicker on.
okay, am I
Is
good
there
to keep
a
moving?
blood trail?
There is still a blood trail that runs away
should
from where the
totally
portal
go.
was.
Bray is like getting nervous.
And I mean, it spatters and drops of blood, but it's not like, oh, I cut my finger, drip, drip, drip. It's like there's bleeding. Somebody actively has bled, or at least one person, and probably several people have been bleeding as they were brought into this chamber through that portal.
I just worry we won't be able to get back.
I will not build a place that you cannot get out of.
Yeah.
This is a
The
very
DM
meta
isn't that big
conversation.
of a dick.
Hey, surprise! Now you starve to death in 10 days. Yeah, I'm not doing that. There is a way out of this. Don't you worry.
was like,
Would
"Get
it take
fucked."
us back to Femel though? Because when I
All
say I'm worried that
things-
there's not a way out, that's what I mean is that we're not going to be able to get back to Femel.
You will be able to get back
Or-
to Femel, yes.
Worst case scenario, you can't bone the blacksmith.
Damn,
can
he
I,
was
like-
Deal
there.
breaker.
Can I-
Because you got a brother killed.
Grouse is like super antsy, like dancing all over the place, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't do it anymore. I'm going in. And
I
she,
was
like,
just gonna say,
swan dives
Yuki like
in,
whispers
head
to
first.
shit, what's his name? New here, and says that like the first 100 feet or so, the coast is clear. So if you guys want to jump in, you know. And then
Oh.
she,
100
if she,
feet are
if,
clear.
Yeah,
We
you
should
can see now
join.
because you went through the portal. You can now see. Hooray! It's not black. And you see
What
Yuki up
are-
ahead of you.
The red
they don't see
things.
me.
No,
the,
Yuki's
what's
still
this?
invisible. So
Those
you
are
don't
little,
see
like,
Yuki ahead of
floating
you.
things.
Those are so cool embers I put on for atmosphere. Come
They're
on,
cool.
you guys
I
don't
like
trust me at
'em.
all.
No,
Nobody
I
trusts
just
me.
wasn't sure if it was
the
like.
light that came on.
Nobody trusts me.
I
So
trust you.
I'm
You
gonna.
starved to death in 10 days.
I'm gonna very quietly say like, Yuki, where are you?
And I have a question. If New here like hides in like Yuki's hair or some shit, is he invisible too?
No.
No, you would have a gecko hanging from your hair, I would assume.
I'll
Because
All
New
right,
Here
I'm-
can't see you, so New Here might be surprised if you walk up and try to scoop up New Here. Like, the fuck is this?
I'm trying to think of everything. Well,
I'm gonna like go back and
she's-
forth here and just be like, Yuki, Yuki.
And this appears to be like a very old structure, right? Made of giant stone blocks that have been worn smooth over eons of time. But you do see that there is a blood trail that just leads up this direction.
mhm.
I turn to Brea. Ladies first.
I just like scoop him up and go.
So Yuki's gonna try to communicate through New here.
Now remember, now keep in mind you have shared fog of war, because I didn't want to fuck around with all the settings. So if one of you moves, you will all see what they know, even if your character may not know it, right? Yuki runs around a corner, Yuki sees some shit, you'll be able to see it because the fog of war is shared.
Because New here was following the sounds of Yuki, I'm gonna say, Yuki's over here, this way. And I'm gonna go to New here and pick up New here, who I'm assuming is like right behind him, and put New here back on my shoulder.
Oh, okay. I was gonna try to stay like 100 feet ahead at all times, or
Yuki,
not.
just move ahead slowly. We'll move slowly too.
Okay, she'll keep doing the same maneuver then, just kind of tapping very lightly on the walls to where only they can hear it, so they know where she is. And you let me know what is too far or isn't.
That's fine. You can move up wherever you want.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
you can move up to like here. It's fine.
Oh, but then there's like openings to the left and the right. I'm so curious. All right, we're gonna move up here.
Ooh. More lights
Seeing the
flicker
lights
on ahead
come
of you.
on, I move to like here.
I'm getting back to the wall.
Everybody's
Seeing
like,
the
this guy's
lights
about to
turning on.
fuck us. Right, so yeah, you do see, Yuki does see is the, like at the edge of Yuki's super cool, I put your lantern back on for you, that there are apparently some two broader rooms off to the sides, and you guys can see that too, right? So, and if you want to explore around, because I haven't made you roll for initiative yet, right? Because I'm not that kind of guy. So as you move up, I'm going to move you for a second, Caroused, right? You see a large statue of what appears to be a man holding just some type of
We do not have shared fog of war. That's
you don't
cool.
see it? Okay, cool. Even better. Good, I did set it up right. I thought it wasn't. But you do see a large statue of a robed man, looks like a scholar, like holding some type of like offering plate, and it's a big statue. The fucking thing's like 30 feet tall, that goes up to the roof of the structure. And Garmy, if you come over here, you also see
yeah.
a similar
I don't
you
see
see a
anything.
similar figure of what appears to be an old man, like an old scholar, right, wearing robes, holding like some type of offering bowl, right?
Oh,
Again, soars 30 feet up into the sky towards basically touching the roof.
Why are we splitting up?
No,
We're
I'm just
peek- we're
showing you
peeking.
so you don't have to go spend, time moving yourselves back and forth. I'm just moving you so you can see. And I didn't make you roll for initiative. I'm just, that's all.
Can I go
I'm not
farther
try- I'm-
in or no?
Yeah, you can go further in there. Yeah, absolutely. You can move yourself around. Go ahead. Just for now, just don't go past like this point.
Okay, I'll put Yuki like right over here then.
So what exactly is happening here?
Not to scale. There's just some like old bones and things that you find. That's not to scale. There's not the engineers from Prometheus. Okay, there's no like
Okay.
15-foot tall skeletons. But you
So
know, this is apparently an old ruin, and there appear to be some bones and like just and they're old. Like they crumble to dust if you were to touch them. They've just been in here so long in these little ante rooms.
What is the
Brent,
ground?
how many times can you detect magic?
Hers is like a passive ability.
Yeah, I just do it.
Yeah, hers is like
I
passive.
thought it was like you had to activate it and you had it for like 6 seconds.
No, it's like anything within what is it? It's 60 feet if you can see the spot, right? If you can
Like line of sight,
line
yeah.
of sight. If line of sight's not blocked, she can sense magic.
Do I
What is-
sense
As
magic?
an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic as magical awareness. Let
Okay,
you
there
have
you go.
something else.
No, I think that's it. As whatever with the wild magic.
And
But yeah, you wouldn't sense it
you
even
can
if you
use
used it as
it
an
a
action.
number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Sorry, I told Tattled and made your ability less powerful.
So Yuki's gonna like come back very slowly because was she not supposed to see that?
Yeah, no, that wasn't supposed to be there. I actually was I tried to delete that earlier and I didn't, so you're fine.
Oh,
What is
okay.
the
So
ground
nothing
made
to
of
report
here?
then.
Yeah, but you can go ahead and move up if you want. Like the
Wait.
here-ish, it's fine.
You broke
Okay.
up, Tay.
What is the ground here? What is it made of?
It's just basically cobblestone, right? Flooring and bits of the ceiling have fallen down to create like sort of gravel, right? But
Okay.
it's all paved stone basically.
And
So nobody recognized the statues of the old man?
You can roll Arcana if you recognize the statue.
I can try that.
So what you learn of the statue is this appears to be something ancient from hundreds of years before, of what appears to be some ancient wizard, but the name escapes you.
we have a raid really quick if we want to say
Oh.
hi and welcome in, guys.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Rin, I
It's
hope
Frank.
I hope your stream was fantastic. Thank you so much for
Oops.
the raid. I appreciate it.
I did not mean to create that magical light there. If you saw it.
I'm Potaytosaurus. I am playing Caroused, a Wood Elf Ranger. Silent, you want to go next?
I am Sad Silent, currently gifting subscriptions.
Thank you.
On Yuki Sato.
What are you
Hello, I
doing? Silent.
I am.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm Yuki Sato, the human rogue.
I'm Husher, the Game Master and Chief Goblin Lord.
I am Brea, the half-elf barbarian.
Dr. Overdose, Forest Gnome Wizard, Garmy.
Yeah, welcome in, guys. If Rin, I know you're not new, but if anybody else is new, you guys can check out the quest log for what we have been up to thus far. I also have a YouTube playlist you can check out, and it has all of our past sessions in it. Thanks so much for the raid, though. I appreciate it. I hope that your stream was fantastic.
Oh, that was her first raid.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for the follow, Disappointing Tuna. Very interesting name.
I love that name. Disappointing tuna.
Awesome. Cool. So we don't know who the statue is what I heard.
I wish I could see all your screens.
Like no. Garmy recognizes it, but like he doesn't recognize the name. He's like, this
Can't place
figure
it.
is familiar, but I can't place it. It's very old, it's very ancient.
Only I had
The
my
name
book.
escapes him.
Okay, and
Okay, Yuki's gonna just wait for everyone to finish their exploring and wait for them to catch up.
this
I assume
place feels really weird to me. Why is it so empty?
is there still a blood trail?
There is. It still leads to the north. It leads up. on your
Assuming I've
map.
been staring at the statue for a while, I'm like, oh, I don't want to let Yuki get too far ahead. And I start stumbling along without activating my boots, moving quickly forward.
Yeah, you can
Is-
move like a champ, 30 feet at a time.
And can we still see like where we came in and we don't see anything back there?
Correct. It looks like a blank wall behind you where you came in. Yuki
Okay.
already checked it.
And no one
Yeah.
else has come through is what I'm asking.
Correct. Nothing has come
Okay.
through to surprise you at this time. No. I would warn you. I would use the magical phrase, "Roll for initiative."
And Yuki's just like drawing directions in the dirt of like which direction she's gone. And just so
She
they
has
know,
left the most obvious clues.
like Yuki went this way.
Yuki was here.
Smiley face. Okay. So are we good to keep moving?
Yeah, you're good. And Yuki, I'm gonna move you if that's fine.
That's
Fine.
fine. Go ahead.
So as you move up to this point, and I'm assuming you guys are all running behind Yuki.
I'm like
Slowly,
tripping
'cause
because
Yuki's
I don't
still
want to
invisible.
accidentally like run into her.
Oh my god.
So a massive light turns on again, emanating from the ceiling. If I could get my finder to work right. Switch back. And through the light, Yuki sees that there appear to be several fume drakes that you have fought before at the edges of this room. And you can see stairways that lead up from here and here towards a grander structure.
I didn't see where you pointed.
Over here, can you see that?
Yeah.
And over here, there's stairwells.
Oh, that's not where the flame drakes are? Or it is?
No,
She's
yeah,
just-
Yuki can see them. You can't see them on your map because here. Let me do this for you.
I was gonna say she's gonna
Oh,
just
okay.
take a quick
Yeah.
step back and just like relay that information to them. That there appears to be 6.
Okay. Do we see where the blood is? Is there still a blood trail?
Yes, the spatter tends to go. Some of it goes this direction. Some of this goes this direction up the stairwell.
What? Garmy, are you okay back there?
I think so.
Where are
And-
you?
And the fume drakes do not seem to have detected your presence yet.
I think he's under.
You go.
I think he's under one of us.
Hang on, I might have dragged him. Boop.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Thought he was gonna disappear again.
I could still see myself.
I did too. That's why I was scared.
But yeah, the fume drakes have not detected you yet. They're just kind of
Hmm.
hissing around doing dragony elemental shit at the edge of the room.
Oh man.
Kind of attack?
Maybe I can go in first while I'm still invisible and do some just investigating or perception checks.
You sure
See.
could. You can go ahead and move up. That's fine. You can move up to like that dais or something right there. These steps that lead down. Like they're
Oh,
normal size step. Ooh,
My bad.
shit.
Went too far.
I'm like, whoa, I mean that's fine. Yeah, so yeah, you can move yourself up here, it's fine. Wherever you want to move to. Within, reason. Yuki's like, fuck this, I'm running past this shit.
I mean,
Good luck, team.
Invisible. I'm just like, why not? I can't be seen or heard.
I'm probably gonna like
Um,
go to the edge of the wall so that I'm not in the middle of the room anymore.
Correct. And the furthest one is about, 90 feet from you. You can't really see that one. I'll give it to you though. I'll give you a gimme. It's about 80 feet to that guy, 60
Will you
feet to
give
that
it to
guy.
me?
About. I'm just showing you the distances, right? That guy's about 95 feet. Because if you were to shoot your bow, right, everything's mostly still in range. But knows like
I don't think
line
I
of
know that
sight.
they're there. Like, would I actually be able to see them?
Well,
they're
he
fume
told
drakes.
you
You can
guys.
see them. Yeah, and you can see them. Like you can clearly see them when you
back
click on your
being-
token.
I'll
Being
be
back that
right
far,
back,
too?
guys.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can see
So,
them
but
that
they
far.
don't see us?
They haven't detected you yet, no.
Okay.
And can I just roll perception to see if there's like anything else of interest to the left or right or anything?
Correct. You can. But I will make you because you're going to find something that's pretty obvious to you anyways. So you see that behind the fume drake seem to be some larger chambers, but there's no blood that leads off to those directions.
Chambers? What do you mean by chambers? Like other
Rooms, large rooms.
With doors or no?
Nope, they do not have any doors.
Okay.
Wait, there's no doors to get inside the chambers?
No, they're just bigger rooms, right? They're just bigger rooms.
Oh, just wide open. Okay.
Yeah, I mean this is a large, old, ancient structure, right? That has withstood the test of time.
Do we see any canaries?
You saw one when you came in, but there's none right here. No, there's no canary symbols right here.
Hmm.
Not that you can see from where you're from, where you're at. There's the word.
Can you tell us a little bit about flame drakes again?
They suck.
From the fume drakes that you had
Oh,
fought
fume
previously, the fume
Yeah.
drakes, yeah.
Didn't
So,
I get poisoned by one?
say what?
Didn't you get poisoned by one of those?
Well, they have a death burst potentially, right? So when they actually die, they explode into fumes, and you have to make a saving throw. You did learn that last time.
That's the one
Or
that
you
almost
can take
killed
poison
Yuki.
damage, which is how Yuki took poison damage, and then Yuki's rolls suddenly became way better when Yuki was poisoned.
I said like
Riddle me
16,
that.
17.
Yeah.
The fume drakes were the ones where we were in a line and we got attacked, right?
No, you
That
were in
was
a
the
small
actual
cavern
dragon
with the.
itself.
Yeah, that was the dragon itself. The fume drakes were the smaller things you fought by the orange crystal that was blocking the caves with the
The
violet
mushroom
fungi.
cave?
Yeah, I thought that's where we learned for the first time that if we were all like right next to each other, we would all get.
They did
hit.
have a breath weapon, but I'm pretty sure it was a cone.
It was like yeah, they have like a when they die, they take damage. They do have scalding breath, so they do have a 15-foot cone. So you did actually think somebody who got hit by the 15-foot cone of their scalding
Okay.
breath.
We want to lure them. If I can get them all in a grouping, I can shatter them.
Yuki's invisible.
I mean, if that's the plan, she can make some noise in the center of the room.
And you could try. When making a noise, just like a lot of excess noise, that wouldn't break her invisibility because it's not an attack or a spell, correct, Tasher?
I would rule it that no, it wouldn't. If you could like drop a bunch of fucking ball bearings at your feet,
Yeah,
like
sure.
I would say that they would not. It would not
That's all.
break your
That's
visibility.
all. Get behind cover.
Get
So let me see
Steven
how
out. Have
far
him go to
away.
one side and just like shoo, go over.
Steven cannot return until after I take a long rest.
Oh, damn it, Steven.
So I need it to be within 60 feet of me.
Okay,
So-
hold on, let me measure this. 15,
So maybe
So-
if you could get them gathered like right
right around
There?
there. Got you.
Oh.
So, okay.
and
Yuki's
it would
going
be. Hold on, let me. I'm not actually casting it yet, but I need to get them within that tight of a space.
10-foot radius sphere. Okay.
So I don't know if you can see the drawing I just put
Yeah,
on the
I'm
screen.
gonna move up just one little tile there, and then Yuki's gonna
Throw
go
your
ahead
ball
and-
bearings at him.
Yuki's gonna drop them right here in like the center of Garmy's little sphere here. She drops like maybe 5 or 6 of them, and then she dashes back while she's still invisible and all that, and just like gets out of the goddamn way.
The sudden sound crashing of marbles.
So, over time, because I'm not going to put you in initiative right yet, they all move towards this circle trying to investigate what it is, because they're fume drakes, man. They're not the smartest shit, right? So they move towards to investigate whatever this noise was, and they're moving as a group because they're like velociraptors, baby. So yes, I would say right here they are all within that cone, and I will tell you right now, depending on how well you do, we'll figure out the initiative rolls. So when you get a free attack, and be nice, you get a free blasty blast before we do an initiative.
So here's the thing to keep in mind with this: is it is loud.
It's gonna make noise. Yeah.
If there was other things here, this is going to draw them to us. But I'm doing it.
We're doing it live, baby.
They all need to make a saving throw.
Popcorn him.
Constitution saving throw. And if they fail... What? Oh, that's a bad roll.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just messing with you. So you roll for 15 points of damage, right?
15, yeah. That's low for what that could be.
Mhm.
And if they fail, hang on, I'm looking right here. I'm just reading through it again. They take half as much damage, right?
If they succeed, yeah.
Because of how I've designed this and you foiling my plans with your fucking tactical mastery, they all shatter and break apart into clouds of steam and poison.
Fuck yeah.
Brea just slow claps.
And since Yuki's invisible, she's just like dancing. It's just nobody can see her.
Charmy just does a little bow.
I'm gonna peek around this corner to like look over this way to see if I see anything, since that was a really loud noise. Do we hear anything that could possibly be moving towards the noise that was?
You don't hear anything that's moving towards the noise right now, and we'll.
Would
But
you
as you
say
step
that
forward, these lights
inorganic?
turn on.
Uh-oh. I got some
There's a lot of dead people here.
I mean, they're just corpses again, not to scale. So they're just corpses again, old bones that would crumble if you were to touch them. They appear to be so old. Like all the cloth is decayed, everything else, and all it is really is just skeletons of some type of humanoid.
Hey Yuki, there's a leg you can steal.
Oh my god. It's
That's
no
messed up.
fun if it can't resist.
Oh my god.
Where's
So
the
yeah,
fun
so-
in that?
But yeah, at the edge of your vision, you see that those two rooms have illuminated with different colored lights, and the blood trails lead up into the stairwells that you can kind of see the bottoms of from where you're at, which is right here and right here.
Do we know what the different colored lights mean?
I mean, I know what the different colored lights mean.
That's not what I asked. Do we know?
You would not. No, not at this point in time. I mean, you would tell that one is like a goldish color, one's like a silvery color.
And we don't hear anything. We don't notice
You-
anything different.
You don't see anything coming out of those rooms attacking you that would have heard the shatter sound. What is the range on that? It's like a 10-foot radius, right? So probably, yeah, nothing's coming out of those.
It doesn't specifically say how far away you can hear it. Like,
Just being
I
reasonable.
know the
like-
knock spell is like 300 feet, but this shatter is just, it is a loud ringing noise that's so
Plus, we're in like a
painfully
giant
loud.
open
Yeah, it's gonna
area with like
echo.
Yeah.
stone floors and hard
imagine it
walls. Like, this is gonna
echoes.
echo like crazy.
It
Yeah.
echoes, but nothing's coming towards you that you can see.
So Yuki suggests that maybe she go like quickly check these rooms first to see if there's anything to be aware of before the others step into the open.
What is this over here? What is there anything?
It's just like where apparently part of the floor has collapsed, and it's just like a few feet lower than the paving stones that you're walking on. There's just a corpse with
Oh.
some ferns and things. Again, old bones. Nothing of value that you would see if you were to search that body.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask too because it looked like a fountain, like a
Yeah,
or a
like
pond.
some water or something, like some standing water.
Oh, water. Good to know.
So Yuki, as you approach, I'm gonna move you. Okay.
I don't think it is water
Okay.
though, is it? It's
No,
just
it's
the...
not water.
So as you approach, you see these rooms. These
Oh.
rooms that have just like again, ancient inscriptions on the floor, and you do see a canary symbol in the room on the right.
Ooh.
You do see a canary symbol on the floor in the room to the left. But when you try to approach the steps,
Someone stops me.
nothing happens. Yeah, nothing stops you here. But you do say I'll move you in there so you can see the little thing. There's just these large cavernous rooms with etchings on the floor, and again, larger symbol of a canary on each of them, on this side and this side.
Could I like check the dead body or the skeleton to see if there's like anything?
There is nothing of
Particular
value
body?
on the bodies. Anything that was there has either been taken, right? And then as you touch to search the body, the bones just break apart. They're just ancient ass bones.
Okay,
And I'll move back over here.
trying to make sure I do a good job investigating for the
Just
Are
others.
those-
no, you're doing
Are
great.
those dead ends?
The
Yeah, but
left
you
and
still
right,
have the stairs to go up.
But there
so
are
the
stairs.
so the
yeah.
blood is going up the stairs.
The blood is going up the stairs, not into those side rooms that
Oh,
have the gold
okay.
and silver light. No.
I'm so
mean, it's kinda
happy
grayish, but
that
it's
we
silver.
don't have to make a map of this because I would be so confused.
Yeah, and this is pretty much the scale, right? So when we look at this, right, if we were to
This is
use
so
this like from
cool.
like you still have like this is like 110 feet, you're still like, I mean, it's a big room, 70 feet, 75 feet, or whatever, 80 feet from Garmy. Do you want to progress deeper?
Yeah, Yuki's gonna tell the others that she's gonna go up the staircase to the right side, and to just stay a few feet behind her.
Well, can the sense magic people, Garmy and Brea, can they sense any like I want to know why the lights are different colors.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can cast detect magic.
And the canary's only on the one side.
On
They're
both
on both.
sides. They're on both sides. There's a canary
It
symbol
is on both sides.
Mhm.
There's no. Is there like a trap or like a secret? Like we have to push the canary or like caw caw or something.
Not yet.
Oh my god. Hi, little man. Come here. Hi, bud. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh,
Look.
yeah, oh, well, little
I
man.
wait like a long enough time for Yuki to get a little bit ahead, and then I start heading the direction he said he was gonna. She said she was gonna be going.
Up here.
And she's still like just drawing little dashes in the dirt to let you know how far she's gone.
So as you approach, Carouse, you hear a voice in your head,
Uh-oh.
and it says, in a deep booming voice. And I'm gonna let you do this two ways. If you know the answer, that's easy. If not, I'm gonna make you do an insight check
If
for
I
this.
know the answer.
It's a riddle. You're gonna be hearing a riddle.
Ooh.
And there's more than one way to solve it with what you know already, but if you could do it like this, I play it this way, right? There's clues. You can answer the riddle directly, or because I'm a reasonable person, we do an insight check, right? Would you know the answer as your character, right? So we can play it any of those ways, right? So I'm gonna read this riddle to you. Are you ready? You guys can, as a group, answer it. It's just Carouse is the one who will need to give the answer because that is who the voice speaks to. Okay. Because at this point in time, you feel like a pressure that is keeping you from advancing up the stairs. Yuki first, because you were first there.
Mhm.
And this is what the voice says. I am the heat that warms your soul, but also the destroyer taking its toll. I flicker and I dance, a sight to behold, but never a touch or you'll be cold.
It's a
And I'll read
riddle.
it.
What?
I'll put it in chat for you if that helps.
That would
Yeah.
definitely help.
I'll put it in chat for you so you can read it.
I am the
Bray,
heat
you're not
that
saying that? I was
warms-
just clicked on you. Bray is not telling you this.
I'm the heat that warms your soul, but also the destroyer.
Taking its toll.
its toll. I flicker and dance a sight to behold, but never a touch or you'll be cold. It's the sun.
Roll an insight check for me. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's really close. Just roll like a insight check. Because I'm not a dick.
That's still out for debate.
I know, like we're about to find out, right, motherfucker? Oh wow, you
Oof.
actually got this. You feel that it's fire. That was what you feel the answer is fire or flame.
Oh, fire. Okay.
Fire dances, it flickers, right? So once you have repeated those words, you feel the pressure that's pushing against you lessen, and now you can walk forward up the stairs.
Okay.
Only she had that problem trying to walk up the stairs. The rest
No,
of
you
us
were all
didn't have that.
stopped. You were all
Oh, we were
stopped,
all-
but you all felt that pressure keeping you from progressing, but Carouse was the one that was asked the riddle.
And I'm just gonna let everybody know that I just had some weird dude speaking to me and talking in riddles, and for some reason I knew the answer, and now we're fine. And I'm kind of freaked out.
If anybody hears a voice in their head, repeat it out loud so we can all help answer riddles.
Okay. I can't go any further. It
No,
says
you guys can all go further now. You can go further now.
It said I was colliding with the wall.
Oh really? Oh, did I build a wall
Oh,
there?
me
Here,
too.
let me move you so that there we go. Haha, that was to keep you from getting all scrolly and draggy. Can you move yourselves now? Does it work now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little laggy.
I mean, I got a lot of lights and shit here. Let me go turn some lights off, and that will probably make it easier for you. Here, let me go. I'm gonna go blink out some of these other lights because that's gonna affect your browser performance. I was trying to have a reasonable number, but yet it be kind of cool.
Are we free to explore, or you want to be
So
cinematic?
as you approach this larger room, it's illuminated by a red glare,
Oh, that's weird.
right? And now you hear, and you can see ahead of you, in the middle of an inscribed circle on the floor, you see 4 people that have been tied up and are bleeding on the floor ahead of you in the center of this inscribed circle on the floor. And the ground shakes slightly to your perception.
Are they the villagers that were taken? Do they look like them?
I mean, possibly.
Is this like a witchcraft kind of thing? Like they need sacrifices?
Either way, they're bound up. Garmi's gonna start.
They're bound
Moving
and tied
forward.
and gagged.
Garmi's gonna start moving forward to at least close enough to see this writing on the floor, and he's gonna stop,
Brea follows.
look at it to make sure. Can I make an Arcana check to see if it's safe to step in there and go unbind them?
So as you start to move forward, you hear a woman's voice scream, "Finish this!" And then out from behind these pillars, you see a young blue dragon approach the bodies on the floor. And the ground trembles and it looks at you and it screams, "Who do you think that you are?"
I'm corralled.
Settles back on his haunches and he starts to just kind of flap his wings.
The fuck do you say to a dragon?
Blue
I
dragons are bad
immediately
dragons,
start
right?
pacing away
Blue
so that I'm
dragons
not
are
grouped
not
up with everyone
friendly.
else.
And I will let you position yourselves how you want at this time within 60 feet of where you are. And Yuki, you're still invisible right now.
Yeah, okay, let me just measure.
I am going to go behind this pillar.
He's gonna go off to the left then. She's invisible, she doesn't really need to hide. I think that was 60 feet.
I can't see anything.
Oh, is anyone gonna answer the dragon?
Nobody wants to talk to the
I
dragon.
just see
You
the
wanna dance
dragon
with
and
the
I
dragon?
instantly run
I
behind the
answered.
closest pillar.
I answered.
What did
What'd
you
you
say to
say?
the dragon?
I said, I'm correct. Croused?
And the ground trembles again, and it squints, and it turns its head to where you ducked behind this pillar. And
I'm
he
like
says,
peeking out of the side. I didn't want to interrupt.
he says in a booming voice, and he says, "Why does the mistress of fire and shadow hide?" And then you hear more rumbling, and
Wait,
out
what?
next to him
Wait,
advances.
wait, what?
Things will be explained. You don't get all the answers all at
Wait.
once. He
Mistress
screamed.
of
Wait a
Shadow.
He
minute.
says, "Why does the
1 minute.
mistress of flame and shadow hide?"
Is it the same voice that I heard that was asking me about? What? Wait! It's different.
Correct. It is a different voice that you heard speaking to you in your head than the dragon voice that just spoke to you.
Mistress of Flame and Shadow? They're talking to me.
That's just what he said. And then out steps a young green dragon next to him.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna come out so I can just see. Oh. Okay.
Do you want to fight us for these souls?
No.
They're talking to Caroused, right?
Why do you need...
They're both looking at Caroused right now. Do
Oh,
you want to
they're-
fight us for these?
Yuki's gonna like just move back to Carouse since she's invisible, and she's gonna like whisper maybe she should try to play along with these dragons. Like maybe they have something to do with that big gap in her memory, and maybe if she just requests they let these people go, they might play along.
I'm gonna say we're not. The dragons could see all of us, right? Except for Yuki.
Yeah. Everybody else is visible right now except for
So
Yuki.
I'm gonna say we did not come with the intention of taking souls. We were looking for a way out, and stumbled upon this.
And so the blue dragon kind of tilts his head at you again, and he kind of like cracks a serpentine grin, and he says, "If you were truly the mistress of flame and shadow, you would know how to leave this place.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
And now, guess what we do?"
Move out of the way.
Guess what we do now? Guess what time it is?
We run away.
Roll
Die.
initiative.
I'm not joking.
2 of them?
Roll for initiative, please.
What?
Let's fucking do it. I'm
Wait.
down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Who's got the tequila? I need a drink.
Juliana, we might be seeing her soon.
All right. So it begins. The battle for souls.
Let me just
Flame and
2023.
just about 30 feet.
I can throw popcorn at them.
I know, right? I got some fucking popcorn, bitches. Who's hungry? Who wants a snack?
No.
Oh, they
Snack
want a
time.
snack.
She
Ground?
made the popcorn appear
They are
in
currently
their
both on the
stomach.
ground.
Would their stomachs explode?
Maybe for some damage if she was adjacent to one and she could cast it inside of them. I wouldn't say no to the idea.
I'm imagining a dragon exploding, popcorn coming out of all of its
Two dragons.
orifices.
I would love that, but how safe is it for me to stand next to
They're
a dragon?
young dragons, okay? They're not ancient dragons. They're young, okay? They're teenagers. They're kind of angsty, okay?
They still look big.
They are big. They are large creatures, and they are lawful evil.
How far can they move in one turn?
Oh, dragons? Oh, yeah, they can move pretty
Uh,
far.
The entire map.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, they can fly all of this, basically. Right? They can fly 80 feet. They can move. They can walk 40 feet.
How possible is it for Yuki to go over to those people and untie them without them knowing, without the dragons?
That's
Well,
what
I will tell you that green dragons have blind sight, so they can see 120 feet. They don't have true sight, so they can't say invisibility, right? But obviously they're gonna potentially notice if Yuki's
They
like
might still
untying
be
people.
aware that Yuki's there.
Yeah,
but
if
they
dudes
won't
start
be able to
standing
see
up
them.
and running off on their own, they might catch that. Just as a FYI.
I didn't want to waste my first turn and just like break invisibility and attack. I wanted to let them get closer first so I can actually try to do something. So, how far is this? For my turn, all I'm going to do is just kind of get a. Oops, I went through a wall. Let's just move over behind this pillar over here. And then that's all I can really do. I don't want to give away my location just yet until they start moving.
How is everyone on hit points? Brea, you're the only one that's gotten hit, right? 7 points, right?
Yeah, I'm at 39.
All right, Kraus, it's your turn.
You. Oh my god. We're attacking them now? Are we attacking?
Well, or they're
Good.
attacking you, so we rolled for initiative. They're attacking you guys.
Unless
I mean,
you can
can't
find
you
a way
still
out,
talk?
we
Unless
gotta
you find
kill
another-
them.
Yeah, unless you want to try to resolve it some other way. I mean, you could try to, I don't know, do a dance, do a show. I mean, fight. I mean, you can still persuade, do a
Maybe
charisma
tell them
roll.
that your memory is gone. Do dragons care about memories?
They might.
Remember the 3 rules of dragon fighting. Spread out. Don't hold back. I forget what my
Close.
3rd one was.
Group up.
Just everyone back to back.
back to back. Rope yourselves together.
He looked very conflicted.
Did I have a coin with a dragon on it?
You had a coin with a symbol you didn't recognize on one side.
I'm gonna get that coin out of my pocket and say, like in a very like, hey, Indy is upset with Gimli right now. I'm gonna like go in a power stance. I'm gonna get in my pocket. I'm gonna grab the coin. I'm gonna hold it up. Like that. I'm gonna say, before we start this, I need a question answered. And maybe it'll make you believe my story. Because I found this in my pocket. And I think it leads to the 20 years of memory that I have lost. Do you know what this is?
You need to roll a charisma check for persuasion.
Oh, God. Ability check?
Yes, you need to roll a DC, or I'm sorry, you roll an ability check. Yes.
Okay.
And the dragon looks at you and says, "I don't know what any of that means, but you're obviously not the mistress of flame and shadow."
So we
And now it is-
duel.
Now it is Brea's turn. Unless you want to move, you can still move.
I did kind of want to be behind this pillar.
All right, Brea, what do you want to do?
I can't see though. Can I like come out
No.
so I can just see?
You
right
can move
now?
out so you can see, like you're peeking it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So can I just yell at them? Like, you know who she is. Why don't you help her?
I mean, you can try to intimidate or persuade, but they just told her, we don't know who. She's obviously not the person they thought she was.
Well, what then why'd they call her that?
Maybe they thought she was, and now they realize they're wrong. I mean, their dragons are not like omnipotent.
Oh, do I start this fight or not? I'm gonna rage.
The
Okay,
only
so you're
reason
raging. Okay. Now remember, the thing
Rule
about
one.
rage, right? Like, you can't clear 100 feet in one
Yeah, that's
turn.
true.
So if you
But you
rage
could
now,
definitely hurl
you
Leroy.
can throw
and
something. Yeah, you
do
could throw.
damage.
You just can't close.
But as long as you do damage, you'll keep your rage to either them or yourself.
Do we?
But
You
no,
can
you
punch
can't-
yourself to keep rage.
Do we?
I can punch myself.
I mean, you have to do damage to yourself.
I gotta roll the d8.
Do we have any information as to why they would want souls?
Maybe they're just dramatic. But no, you don't have any information right now of why they would want souls. Why they want
Wasn't-
to eat these people.
Sparkrender wasn't he gonna do something similar? He had like all those.
Yeah. Can
I
we
forgot
read-
what those guys were
Wait.
called.
Can we read the words
Can
on
I-
the ground?
Can you re-roll whatever that was? Is that what you wanted to do and roll it as an attack? Was that the question?
What?
Because I don't. You just rolled a 1d8, but it didn't roll an actual
Yeah, it's
attack.
for my wild magic.
Oh, okay, yeah, whatever your wild magic table is. Okay. I'm sorry. What was that, Taylor?
Can we read the words that are on the ground?
Can you read the words that are in the ground?
Do we know what it says on the ground in the circles?
No, none of you speak that language.
Oh.
But
You
do
can
we
see
know
they're
what the
there,
language
and you can see
is?
that there's words inscribed on the ground, but you don't speak that language.
Poor Femel.
So my question is, can I move up a little
Femmel,
bit?
that dude is fucked. Like, that poor bastard.
Apparently, I'm supposed to know how to get out of here. He's fucked. We're never getting out of here.
You get out of here, one way or the other.
In a body bag.
Can I move up before this takes place? Is what I want to know.
What is the question again? Before what takes place?
Before your
Just
rage
8.
takes place, you want to? You're saying you want to have moved first?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll let you retcon movement, sure.
Because I have to be, for this to even work, I have to be within 30 feet of them. Can I do that?
Oh,
Let's see.
oh,
From where you're
far.
at right now, just kind of being liberal with movement, you can only move 60 feet. So you could get here, give or take. Yeah, you could get right about. Hang on, if I measured this right about there. Right, if you dashed. But if you dash, you wouldn't get an action. Unless you can cast rage as a bonus action. If I had,
Rage is a bonus
I
action.
think it's a bonus
It's
action.
a
So
bonus
you
action
could get
to
this.
rage.
You could get there. But that would still be a little bit short to be within 30. But you can always do it next turn.
I'm gonna turn.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. Do you want to dash this turn?
No, I'm gonna I am gonna get away from Garmy just because I don't want
Okay.
him to get hit.
Well, I don't even see Garmy. Where is he?
Hiding.
He's
Oh,
over here.
he's doing
We're
a
all
good
in
job.
different spots.
Yeah, he's not in your line of sight, so you can't see where he's at right now.
Rule 1. Garmy's rules of fighting dragons. Rule number 1. Spread the fuck out.
Yeah. Indy and Gimli are like playing right now in the camera view. I'm gonna turn the camera on really quick.
No.
Aww.
Look.
Oh, well, hopefully that spells good news for the future.
Is this the first time they've like shared a space like that?
They've been getting a little bit more into it lately, but yeah.
It's super cute.
Alright, Garmy, what are you gonna do?
Oh, was Brea done?
Yeah, she said she was gonna move over towards that pillar, right, and peek out from behind it.
Oh, I wasn't sure if she was attacking or not. Okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
I can't actually see them because of the map, but I would want to, I need to
Oh shit.
I want to get some measurements here. Because shatter is what? A 10-foot radius. So they are not close enough that I could get them both with a shatter.
They're very far.
Can't do anything that's concentration.
He's got zoomies. He's running into shit. He's just like running all over the place.
As the wizard, I don't want to be the one throwing the first punch. I don't want them coming right at me. I am gonna hold my action. I'm gonna stay behind. I'm not trying to move myself. I don't think so. I'm gonna hold my action and kind of be on this side of the pillar, kind of as hidden as I can from both of them, and kind of my eyes out towards the rest of the team. And I'm going to hold
Where are you?
my action for someone else attacking,
Oh, you're
Army's
there.
down
or
here.
for
sorry.
one of the dragons to come to attack one of us. Either they attack one of us or we attacked them. Would that be acceptable?
You want to hold your action until they attack? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of vague, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm totally good with it. Pretty open. It's fair.
I just kind of want to be just at the edge where I can kind of peek out and see the dragons. Although, yeah, there, I can kind of peek out and see both of them, but I'm not attacking yet. Okay.
So the blue dragon flaps his wings and flies over here and lands, and he peers around, and he says, "I smell you, wizard."
Oh, great.
Wizard as in Garmy?
Yeah.
And the green dragon comes up. And he straight up murders this dude.
Oh my god.
Dick move, dude.
Like right now? Really?
I'm just gonna mark him with a symbol. Bam! That guy is dead.
Alright.
And now it is Yuki's turn.
Fucking hell. Okay, how far is this guy?
And you can hear the green dragon crunching on the body of the commoner that he just chewed into, and the blue dragon just chuckles evilly.
Alright. I'm probably gonna regret this. We're gonna crossbow the green dragon. And
Crossbow's done you good service today.
dear God, I'm like really worried, but he's over there eating people.
You hit. Roll for
Uh,
damage.
Okay. Oh, that
And you
was
are no
good.
longer invisible, by the way, now that you've attacked.
I know. And then I'm sneak attack damage. Oh God, that was garbage too. Okay. Well, we shot that guy, and then as my bonus action, I'm just gonna kind of hide even
Duck back
further.
behind.
Yeah.
Seeing us attack, that was my trigger for us to attack or for them to attack. So I will, if he's within range. What's my range on this? How far away? Oh, that's the only one that's within. I will shatter the other one.
Okay.
Gosh.
Why is
Because
Garmy...
he readied an action to use at a specific trigger.
Oh.
So he said, "Hey, when one moves,
Gotcha.
I want to attack it." So he readied an action to use basically whenever.
That when we attacked, I would attack.
Yeah, okay.
So the blue one needs to make a DC 14 saving throw.
He succeeds.
Oh,
It's a
So half
dragon, man.
damage.
It's a Constitution throw.
Gosh, what a bad roll.
It was not a good roll. Could be worse. I mean, to be honest, right? It could be worse. Could be worse.
Yeah, well, yeah. Goodbye, guys. I'm Dragon Food. Nice meeting y'all. Can't wait for you all to meet my son as he
Now
comes
does-
looking for me.
Why'd you skip me?
Yeah. Hang on. I got to go back. It's an accident. Go ahead.
So we're doing this.
Be bold.
Yeah.
I already
That's my
shot one of
advice.
them.
Rule
Yuki's
3,
already.
don't hold back.
We're fucking... There's two of them. Okay. Don't hold back. That
Rule
equals...
1,
That
spread the
equals...
fuck out.
Sharp.
Rule
Don't hold
2,
back on the
keep 'em on the
magical bow
ground.
job.
Rule 3, don't hold back.
Magical bow job.
Don't hold back on the magical bow jobs.
I did
you hit.
I did
Never
sharpshooter, so
hold
that needs
back.
to be a -5.
Oh yeah, no, okay, never mind. So your arrow glances off of his armor, and goes and flies up into the darkness, and you hear it
Oh.
shatter on the opposite stone.
Damn.
All right, Brea. Or do you want to
What?
move? You can still you can still do a bonus action, right? Or you can move.
I can
Their
still do
AC
a
is
bonus
that
action?
high?
That
You can
didn't
still-
hit him?
No, she did not hit him. Subtracting 5 because she used
Okay.
sharpshooter, so she did not
okay.
meet or exceed his armor class. No.
I can do a bonus action?
Yeah, she only rolled a 17.
If you
Yeah,
have a
like-
bonus action that you could do, yes, you could take a bonus action. I don't know what bonus actions you have off the top of my head, but
I'm good.
okay, not gonna move. Okay, Brea, it's your turn.
Um,
Bold, the brave, the Brea.
what is that circle?
That's my shatter.
No,
I can't delete it once I cast it.
I'm just trying to do the ruler. That's all. There it is.
Form said I can't wait to meet the new characters next week.
Right? All
So my
right.
new character is Farland.
Yuliana's waiting.
So I'm gonna sling Leroy Jenkins at this thing, and then
Would Leroy that shit? Don't be afraid. Just let it happen. Don't be afraid. Just let it happen.
you better fucking.
You miss.
Oh,
Can I use my bonus action?
Actually,
use
oh no,
the
it's too late. She already rolled.
Wild
I need to
magic?
remember I have my portents.
Would you like to re-roll with a portent? Would you like to? I'll let you retcon that since you.
No, I have to use my portent before they roll.
Okay.
It says as a bonus action, I can use the effect of my wild magic.
within 30 feet or whatever. Is that what it was? And what was your
Yeah.
magic? What was your wild magic?
A bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of your next turn. Can dragons be blinded?
Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
What's the DC? What's the difficulty? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
The DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your Constitution modifier.
What's your con modifier?
3?
That's fine. So yeah, I mean, a bolt of lightning shoots out of your chesticles and blinds the blue dragon
My testicles.
right out of your chesticles.
Fucking Tony Stark.
Yeah, from your arc reactor that Brea has. and then it's Garmy's turn.
He's not going to hold back. He's going to use his last second level spell to shatter again on the blue dragon. Don't even bother to roll. I'm going to use my portent. He got a 4 for his saving throw.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Come on.
Take it.
So, I mean, he shrieks in pain, right?
I'm also going to move.
And he's blinded as shit.
Oh, nice.
That's why I'm moving. And I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
He was supposed to take a 1d6 damage from me too.
I'm gonna get in that corner there.
Oh yeah, did you roll your damage on that? Your 1d6?
I didn't.
Can you roll that for me real quick? Or we can average it at 3. Whatever you want.
Sure, we'll take 3.
What's that for?
After you roll? No, he takes 2. Like, nice try.
What's that
All
damage
right.
for? The blinding?
For her
Being blinded?
wild magic. Her
Okay.
wild
wild
magic
magic.
caused, yeah. 1d6 damage plus blind, so he's blinded and he's pissed off because you just blasted him in the face. Wait, hold on a second. What kind of damage was that?
Radiant.
I'm like, good, because it's
Mine
not.
was
I mean,
thunder.
yeah, yours is thunder, which is not lightning, right? That's
Yeah.
more like force damage. All right. So Blindy Boy is pissed, so he's going to randomly lash out with a breath attack in the direction of Brea.
I'm gonna die.
No, you got plenty. Come on, you got plenty of hit points, right? You're fine.
I'm just gonna go to D&D Beyond and start working on a new character.
Wizards are fun.
They
Or
seem
maybe
really
we all
strong.
play clerics. We'll all roll clerics next so that we can all kill each other.
I need you to roll a. A dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage on those.
That's fine. Go for it.
How the shit do I do it? Save and throw.
Yep, choose save and throw when you click on dexterity.
Oof.
All right. You are knocked unconscious for 61 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Now the green dragon, he's super pissed, right? So he's done munching on people. So he is going to move over here and flap his wings and screams, come out, wherever you are. But
Here's
before Yuki can
If Brea doesn't get a next turn, does that mean this guy's always blind?
it would be
No,
the,
it
she
doesn't.
still
That's like
gets
a
a next
loophole.
turn for her death save. She still gets a next
Yeah.
turn for her
Oh.
death
Still
save.
has
She
a
always
turn.
gets a turn. It's not like a legal loophole. So before
She only
Yuki can
gets
move,
doesn't get a next turn once she's dead.
before Yuki can move, you hear a silent clap of thunder that just kind of reverberates through you. And in the middle of the room, standing by the bodies, is the kind old man who was at the cabin, who directed you to
Oh.
where to go and he puts his hands up, and the 2 dragons are frozen in place.
I'm sorry, what?
Argentum?
Argentum?
It's absolutely Argentum. And he steps forward, and his voice, no longer soft and kind, but very bass, says, "You have desecrated my temple." And the 2 dragons start to try to pull. You can see them try to pull themselves against the force that he's holding them in place with. And he walks towards you, and he says,
Towards who?
"I appreciate what you've done here." And he kind of takes his broad-brimmed hat off, and he says, I apologize for potentially misleading you. I'm known by most people as Fizban. And then there's a bright flash of light, and you can't see for several seconds, and the ground trembles, and suddenly before you is a magnificent platinum dragon. And he says, again in his deep voice, "These 2 have desecrated my temple. Thank you for finding them for me. This is mine." And you watch him as he holds them in place with the sheer power of his will, and he crushes the first one to the ground and snaps its neck. And then he walks over to the second one, and he does the same thing to it. And he says, "The trial I sent you on was not what you encountered, and I apologize for that. That letter is actually important to me." And if you look, you see a pile of goods and belongings and packs and things taken from the people who are the commoners that are being held captive in the middle of this temple. And he says, "You can call me Behemoth, or you can call me Fizban, or you can call me Argentum. I apologize for the subterfuge. Rarely do I find surprises these days, and it's been decades since this last surprise caught me off guard." And he kind of licks his lips, and he says, "Swords and weapons of war must be tempered time and time again before they find their proper strength. The events of the last days of your travels I have not gone unnoticed. And before you appears a spectral image, and you recognize Adron, who you saved on the island." And he says, "My friend spoke very well of you and how helpful you are." And he says, "Caroused, please step forward."
Where is he?
He's just in the middle of the room.
I don't get to see any of this. I'm just laying there.
Just hold on. So
Slowly bleeding out.
yes. So you have 1 hit point. Okay. You give yourself 1 hit point. You are conscious for this now. He says, each of you have been experienced each of you have been tempered by experience, by what you've seen today, and you've seen the evil that rules this world. And he slowly starts to transform back into his human form of Fizban. And he walks up to Karas, and he touches you gently at the base of your neck and says, "You've exhibited great spirit." And suddenly you feel an energy flow through you, and Ardarax flies away and lands on his shoulder. And he says, "I want to bequeath the gift onto you, even though you are not dragonkind who worship me. And they worship my sister, Tiamat, like these 2. And he looks back and he says, "I'm granting you my own powers as a Drake Warden." And then he steps back and he says, "All you need to do is say my true name, and you can exit this temple, and you'll return back to where you were. That's all you have to do." He's like, "But be careful, subterfuge is everywhere, and it's not just mine. But use these powers for good, because as Artarax, then Artarax changes into a larger dragon after he climbs down off of his band's shoulders. And he tells you, you 2 will grow powerful together. We'll see each other again." And then he just steps back and just disappears. And I have a character sheet for you as a Drake Warden. Would you like me to switch you to that character sheet now?
Okay.
It's so quiet here. I don't know if my headset shut off.
I feel like I'm gonna cry.
So we're going to do this for a moment. Delete that. Give me a second here.
Will all my stuff still stay?
You still, yes, all your stuff has stayed. I made another character sheet for you. Suddenly
I've
she's like, I can't
evolved?
see my own.
I evolved?
Quick, you can, if you press B, you can stop the evolution.
And you should see yourself now,
Mm-hmm.
right on the screen.
Yeah.
And if you notice, you're Carouse the Drake Warden.
Wait, I don't see myself. I'm not on the combat.
No, you're not on the combat tracker. Combat's over.
So
I'd have to
this
add
is-
you to the combat
hold on.
tracker. But you should see your token in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the name on it. But I have my thing open.
But your token doesn't show that? Oh, hang on.
My token doesn't show the name now.
Here you go. Boom. Now when you click on it, it should show your name.
It says Caroused.
Oh, I
have
mean, your
my-
character sheet says
I have my
Carouse
character
the
sheet
Drake Warden.
open. It says Carouse the Drake Warden, yeah. Oh my god. What? How cool! And everything's still the same. I'm just a Drake Warden now?
You have a Drake Warden and you have your animal companion, which I dragged down further below, and you have all the same
I
equipment
have
that
a
you have. And
cantrip now.
you have a cantrip called Thaumaturgy now. You absolutely do. That is a level 3 Drake Warden ability.
You manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. You create one of the following magical effects within range. Wow.
Yeah, so you can yell really loudly for up to a minute. You can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color. You cause harmless tremors in the ground. You can make a instantaneous sound within range. But you apparently have proven yourself worthy by attempting to even fight these two dragons. And that's it. Whoosh! Boom.
Wait, what about Artie?
He is now your animal companion, who is his own feature. If you scroll down, he will not have his own character sheet because he's actually a little bit different. But he's still
Oh.
Artarax, is the same dragon, but he is now a much larger dragon that's about the size of a wolf or so. Because you should have a Drake companion under your features, which has an armor class of 14 plus your bonus. He can move 40 feet. He has 5 times your ranger level hit points. So right now he has 20 hit points. He has the Draconic Essence trait. He has Dark Vision for 60 feet, Passive Perception of 12. He speaks Draconic. And guess what? You do too. Because you gain the ability to read, write, and speak Draconic now that you're a Drake Warden.
Is that the language that's on the ground?
It is. And it's
What
one
does it
message
say?
repeated over and over again. And it says, "We made the world, brother, but I will break it." Remember, Behemoth and Tiamat are brother and sister.
Okay. Was the old guy's voice the voice that I was hearing in my head?
You would not have recognized it as Argentum, but in hindsight, yes, that was exactly who was speaking in your head. This is his temple. He sets whatever wards and traps he wants here.
Is that why we didn't know who the statue was? And why we were seeing canaries?
Because now I would think that Garmy would put 2 and 2 together and be like, well, shit. I mean, I said it for
Carouse
kind of
two
a
and two
hard
together.
DC, to be honest.
And we learned this when we were at the island.
Yeah,
That
with the
when we
statue and the
saw the
canaries around it.
Statue with
statue.
the canaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the canaries led you down the right path to be able to get to his temple.
Oh.
And if you want to know, the colors of the lights were to demonstrate different colors of our good dragon friends. The bronze, the gold, the silver.
Can we loot the dragons?
Yes.
Can't loot shit. I'm crispy.
Is there a dragon? Do they have their horde in this temple? And can we take it?
They do, and you find a scroll of hold person,
Yes.
a scroll of lightning resistance. You find a +1 short sword. And money-wise, you find. Hold on, let me find it because I wrote it down here. Hold on a second.
This is the second scroll of hold person you've given me. It's just,
Correct.
We can sell it. I can
I
already
mean,
cast it.
It's random.
someone
It's
else
random,
can cast
baby.
it.
Well, remember, we
Yeah.
made an agreement that any of you could use a spell scroll.
True. Someone
it
else
just
can
gets
cast hold
destroyed.
person. Yep.
Hang on, let me do a roll here real quick so I can tell you how much gold you have because I just have my my guidelines written down. All right, so we have
Scroll fold person. What was the other one?
lightning resistance, a +1 short sword. Hang on, did I write that down right? Hold on a second.
I even learned that one.
No, it doesn't like my roll. Hold on a second.
Wait, so if I summon the dragon,
You find
It's-
293 gold. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm completely interrupting you. Go ahead.
And then you find, yeah, just one moment. I'll tell you this real quick, and then I'll answer your question. Sorry.
You don't have to restart.
And I have so many tabs open. I'm like, shit, what was I doing? You find 16 gold worth of gems. And then there's one more thing. Hang on, let me tell you what it is. It would be... And you also find, and this was a good roll, an amulet of health, which sets your constitution to 19 when you wear it, and it has no effect if your constitution is not 19.
Nice.
And it does not require attunement.
Even better.
And if you want to trade it before each other, it will take an action. Because I'm a dick, okay? Hey, quick, put my amulet on, damn! Throw it to me, bro. I'm sorry, what was your question, Taylor? I'm sorry.
This says in combat, the Drake shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action, unless you take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take another action. That action can be one in its stat block or some other action. So is that similar to either I use my turn, or
You only use your bonus action.
or Artrax uses his turn?
This sort of changes as you get more powerful as a Drake Warden, right? So in combat, it shares your initiative. So if you roll a 10, it gets a 10, right? It takes its turn immediately after you. It can move, and it can use a reaction on its own, but the only action it can take on its turn, the only action, is dodge, unless you use a bonus action on your turn to make it do something else. So if you don't tell him to do something else, he will dodge by default.
Okay.
Which gives everything attacking him what disadvantage, right? Everything gets disadvantage
Yep,
if he's taking that action.
And he
The
has
action.
advantage on saving throws.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, it takes turn on this, take bonus action, ban to take any other action. The action that can be, because so you could use your bonus action to say attack that shit, right?
What does that mean, attack? That's like
it could
the
tap an
bite
attack action.
or...
Correct. It could take one of its, because it doesn't have multi-attack, it just has a single attack, right? So, you could order it to attack with a weapon attack, right? Which is a bite.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
so I
plus
don't
3
have
plus your
the
proficiency.
scorpion tail anymore.
Correct.
Okay.
Because this grows up to be a dragon that you can fucking ride. Artarax on his own old dragon does not. When you're like
That
level
is-
15, you can fly this thing.
That is so much cooler than a wolf.
I think it's I don't remember what level it is, but you can actually like ride him like a horse like earlier than that. He just can't fly until like there's a mount thing. We'll look. But like the cool thing about this too, the draconic essence is really cool. When you summon this Drake, choose a damage type. So when you summon him, you need to choose which damage type he is. So like boom,
Acid,
hey
cold, fire,
Artarax, come to me, bro. Like you have to choose which the damage type is when you call him. And then he'll be immune to that damage, and with his infused strikes, he will cause that damage to something.
Okay.
I mean, he basically hits like a short sword right now, right? Like 1d6 damage is not, but like it just, I mean, he levels up with you as your Drake Warden companion.
Hell
Yeah,
You get to
yeah!
use your bonus action.
And if I go,
Yeah.
well, let's go pimp this real quick here for more specifics about the Drake Warden. Let me go read this real quick. Hold on. All right, so the Drake Warden. So you could consider, these are things that you could consider. We could talk about afterwards, but you could always try to have an origin. Like this origin's pretty cool. Like you studied a dragon scale. No. Behemoth was like, you deserve this because of your boldness and your braveness and what you've done for other dragon kind. So like your origin is kind of cooler than what these other ones are, right? So level 3, you get your companion, right? If he gets dropped to 0, you just have to summon him again, right? It's not that terrible. At 7, it has wings and has flying speed, right? So when you hit level 7, he can fly whatever his speed is. So if his speed's 30 feet, he can fly the same, right? He also grows to medium size at level 7. So reflecting your special bond, you can ride it as a mount as long as you're medium or smaller. And while you're riding it, it can't fly. His wings aren't that big yet, right? And then at 11th level, this bro can cast a cone of magic damaging breath, right? He has a breath attack at level 11, right? And then that damage levels up too when you reach like 15, right? And then at 15, like, oh my god, like, yeah, you can fly. You can basically fly him right at level 15. So like Drake Warden's pretty cool.
That's really neat.
That was it. That was all I had planned for today. Was try to finish up there. I know we went way over, and I know Silent's like, "Fuck, I need to sleep." But I didn't want to stop in the middle of that, in the beginning of that fight. Be like, "Let's pick it up next week." Like, no, I like cliffhangers. Cliffhangers are cool.
This is
But I hope you guys had
definitely
fun.
worth it.
Great session, Husher.
That was
Thank you.
so awesome.
It's really good.
But that's all I had. Yeah, we'll pick it up there next week, right? All you got to do is say the magic word, and you're back to the other portion on the other side of the portal.
I'm out next
We're gonna
week.
fully explore this fucking place first.
And you need to, and keep in mind, right? Who was the woman who said finish them? Right? Where did she go? Is she here
Oh,
somewhere
I
still? Right?
I forgot about that.
You've got 3 commoners to try to bring back and, you know, have Femmel, like poor frostbitten Femmel.
It's probably passed out.
I mean, probably
My,
dude's in pain.
alarm
Right?
hasn't gone off yet, so
Can't I close this? It's weird.
Oh no, you're the Drake Warden forever now.
No, this is
that's
my
the
old
old
sheet.
one. I think you probably can't close it because you lost rights to that sheet.
And now there's the mystery of the Mistress of Fire and Shadow.
Yeah, who the heck were you?
Can
20
you
years
close
ago?
my sheet? How do I close this?
Your character sheet? You should be able to close your sheet.
My old one.
Oh, you can't close it now?
No.
Oh, okay, hold on. I didn't know you had it open when I switched your character sheets. Yeah, give me a second.
Whoops.
No, it's fine. It's an easy fix. I just got to change the permissions on it so you can actually.
Okay, Yuki's gonna go and like bandage Brea. Oop, she's over there. I thought she was-
Thanks, guys.
Can you close it now?
Clean her up with some water and
Can't close out
bandage.
of that or the journal.
Oh, you might just have to refresh the page or something. It might be just kind of
Might just broke.
chuggy right now.
Yeah.
My skin just sticks to Yuki's hand.
Oh, good God.
She's gotta like wash it off.
Gross.
Ew.
Did that fix it?
It's still
Potatosaurus?
loading.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah. No, the journal should be fine because the journal is linked to your login, not to your character sheet.
I imagine when Brea wakes back up and is healed back up, her just has hair is just
Oh,
everywhere,
I have
and it's
3.
burnt all on the edges.
Oh Lord.
Okay. This is interesting.
Just a fucking crash test dummy at this point.
I was actually pretty excited for a bit there. I'm like, fuck, man, maybe they're gonna knock these dragons the fuck out. Like, this is gonna be interesting.
I was getting so excited to freaking go and use Booming Blade on the blue one and get a sneak attack. Actually do it all properly.
I mean, it was all good until like the dragon rolled really good on damage, and it was like, well, okay.
I mean, I got 2 shatters off.
And he's blinded by your chesticles.
Oh man, that would have been such a good hit.
Okay. That was
Yuki's like, can we game this out tomorrow? I want to fucking solo these things. Can we just go back? I want to see what happens. I want to do it in the dragon fighting simulator.
One of them would probably be a very, very hard fight, but we could manage if we get lucky. 2 of them is death.
I mean, maybe. Okay, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Taylor's like, this shit, I'm gonna burn this fucking map outside. She's like, I'm gonna light this shit on fire. It's fucking Husher asking me to map
I'm
shit.
adding to it. What do you mean?
Oh, this is bullshit. This fucking map.
I made a new map after my first one was such a disaster.
I know, right? Like, man, that's how do I wonder if I can.
Oh yeah,
That
I have
first
like
one
a
was
back
terrible.
and a front. It looks way
Now you have-
cooler
now
than
you-
it than you can like see, because it's all like, I don't know. It looks way cooler in person. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think it's cool. Chat thinks it's cool. Twitch, we all think it's cool. Me, I'm all drawn lines.
Hey, those lines were handy.
He's like, I'm proud of this fucking map. I'm keeping it. Rex is like, that's the best map I've ever seen. Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
Great map.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I had planned for today. So, dragon fight, some fume drakes, the panic of the fume drakes. Like, oh shit, not these fucking bastards again. Really creative way of killing them. I like that.
That was
It worked,
good.
it worked really well.
That was really good. Hell yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you guys any longer, so we're gonna head out. Good shit. Good shit. Okay. Cool. You guys want to say bye?
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Woohoo.
Later.
Okay. Well, hell freaking yeah. That is awesome. That was really cool. Holy cow. Thank you guys for being here to enjoy that. I had a ton of fun. Holy cow. I think that was one of my favorite sessions for sure. Definitely one of my favorite sessions. What do you guys think? How was it for you? Let me turn on some music. There we go. How was it for you guys? What'd you think? Yeah, pizza for Potaytosaurus. Aw. Anafir, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the support today. I had a ton of fun. Silent, thank you for the gifted subs. Let's go find somebody to raid into, shall we? Who do you guys want to raid into? Ending was mind-blowing. Yeah, it absolutely was. It 100% was. I still can't believe it. Holy cow. Let's see. Okay. Sam, if you want to redeem Guide the Raid, you're more than welcome to do that. Otherwise, try to keep the suggestions to Discord. Sam, just the suggestions can go in Discord unless you want to Guide the Raid. Fire the Circus is intense. But if you guys want to join in on the raid, you can copy and paste the top message if you are a subscriber and the bottom message if you are not. Let's go give somebody some love, shall we? Only has highlight my message. Here you go. You can redeem Guide the Raid now if you'd like. I just unlocked all of the channel points. Give you a minute if you have the points for that. If not, I have someone to raid. Thank you for being here, Bio. Okay. Okay. Sam, did you want to spend the tots for Guide the Raid? You're gonna... Okay, interesting. All right. Well, then, we are going to raid out. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging. I appreciate the heck out of you. I'll be back on Monday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I would absolutely love it if you guys would go check out my socials. I have been posting some YouTube clips and shorts and all of that, and it's been a lot of fun. So go check that out. Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Instagram is basically Gimli. And Indy, not really there's Rex is on there too. I'm not really on there. So if that's something you're interested in, go check that out. I'll be live again on Monday. Thank you guys for the support. I love you. I appreciate you. And you look fantastic today. I'll see you on Monday. If I don't see you on Monday, I'll see you when I see you. Thank you guys again so much for being here and enjoying this with me. I had a ton of fun. Thank you, Form, for doing all the things with the quest log and modding. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a good weekend, okay? Let's give Fanta some love. Don't forget about the raid call. Copy and paste that. Fanta's great. She's playing Ghost of Tsushima, which is an absolutely fantastic game. It's her first playthrough, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Let's go give Fanta some love. Shall we? I'll see you guys later, okay? Thanks for hanging. I appreciate the heck out of you. Okay. Bye.
You